Amrabat today. Listen, I ain't going to say too much here. He'll give us energy. He'll give us that midfield dominance. He's so comfortable on the ball. He's so domineering. He just gives you a comfortable kind of feeling that, you know what, he's got this. Suck off Amrabat. I'm done with Amrabat, man. Rashford, have a shot. Oh my God, not to go! Now that's how you silence the haters. He is painfully average. He's selfish. He thinks about himself. Man City are at home. Rashford's in! That's a foul! That's a foul, man! Foden, someone get on him. Someone get on him. It's referee's a joke, man. Now where's the real United now? The real United needs to turn up now. They're in here though. Fuck, Foden. Stop him. Fucking hate Foden, man. It's Amrabat. Fuck me. Phil Foden, man. Amrabat, fuck off. What you doing? Fuck off, HAALAND. I just came on. Just came on. My head is hurting. Fucking got a headache, man. Oh, what a Steve one. You got to see that.
How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Big Six. Poopity scoop. What happened over there, brother? We were getting straight into this, man. I'm not wasting no time. I ain't doing too much.
That wasn't. It was my mic, man.
Oh, yeah. That old chestnut. It was my mic.
You said this last time.
It was my mic.
This is your second,
bro, it was.
This is your second offense.
I blew into the mic, bro. So,
hey, bro, it's fine. Nature calls at times, isn't it? It's life.
Bro, it was. Listen, my mic can't pick up on that, bro. So, yeah, man.
Wow. Welcome back to the Big Six, people. Big up everybody in the building. Big up to the chat. Big up to everybody on the panel. Obviously, I'm replacing Turkish as host this evening. He had duties with Arsenal's absolute battering over Sheffield United. So Bhavs is in the building for that. I don't know if the timing is good because I know he's going to spit on the mic. I know he's got a lot to say, but we're going to get to it. Hugh, how you doing, bro? Welcome back. You good?
Yeah, nursing a bit of a hangover. I obviously had to celebrate a lot last night, but you know, we'll get into it, man. It's been a great weekend. It's been a really. You know what? Actually, there's very few things in life. Very few. I'm a simple man that I take more pleasure from than beating them. I'm a simple man, genuinely. Give me a win over United, and I'm a really happy guy. So yeah, man, we'll talk.
SAEED television.
Yeah.
In 4K. How are we doing, brother? You good? How are we feeling?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad. I was listening to your album today, man. Have you seen the Matisse album, Adele? You know what I mean? I was doing a bit of Adele today. So yeah, man. I was on the I was on that Matisse album playlist. But now I'm all good, man.
Yeah.
I'm all good, man. Listen, we're ready in it. We just have to you know what it is, yeah? We just have to just take it. We just have to just take the licks, man. If forever, I feel like on the Big Six, apart from the Carabao Cup, it's just been constant pain, hasn't it? You know what I mean? Like a little bit of something, and then it's like back down to reality. So yeah, man. It ain't easy.
Wow.
Ain't easy.
The war hat's on, GRIZZ. How we doing, brother? We feeling well? How we doing over there?
We're good. We're good. We're calm. War hat's going to stay on for the last 10 weeks. It's war out here, man. It ain't no party anymore.
Yeah.
We ain't been nicey. The community, man, is resting. It's war hat settings for the last 10 games, bro. It ain't easy, as my brother says, you know what I mean? Every game is a must. We were discussing that off air. We're going to carry on discussing it on air. Nothing's different.
Yeah. Tapping Tobs. How you doing, brother? You feeling well? Another win for you? You're back?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm good. You know, just the bottlers, innit? Just the bottlers, just getting another 3 points. Yeah, man. Just me speaking about my arrogant self, you know, because I'm an arrogant football fan. Apparently, I'm a fake fan.
No, you are rattled.
Yo, what's this, man?
We're gonna talk about,
man.
Guys, the last
We're gonna talk about it.
This guy.
Guys, I don't know if you follow. I don't know if you've seen it. Matisse has already seen it. You know the last tweet I read of Toby's timeline. You know what he said? He asked someone to arrange a charity boxing match with someone. Like,
wow, he really doesn't like this guy.
No, you
I love it.
He did.
No, I tweeted her. I said Misfits sorting out.
Toby has
basically.
too much
Oh, was it
hate.
you? No, that was Toby saying
I
it.
said tweeted, yeah, because he was having beef with the guy. So I was like, yo, Misfits, get involved, man, because this is feels like it needs to happen, man. Like we can't
this
just keep
guy's on
talking
some-
online. Get it done.
Leave that poor man alone, man.
My bad. It was SAEED. Misfits, can we arrange a fight? You know.
Never.
Yeah.
I'll leave him alone. I'll leave him alone when that final nail on their coffin is buried deep into that wood.
Bro,
Why
you're
are you
beefing.
beefing with
Man's
Sheffield
beefing
United, man?
Sheffield
You've got
United
way
fans,
too
bro.
much hate in
Come
your
on,
heart.
bro. It's not
Wait.
necessary.
All right. Can I ask a question? When he called me out last season and accused me of being basically a fake fan, accused me of only supporting Spurs up until recently, accused me of being a glory hunter, why were you not defending me? When that tweet was doing the rounds on Sheffield United Twitter, why was no one defending me? But when I want to clap back and I continue to clap back and clap back and clap back, Tobs, you're doing too much.
You got to rise
Tobs,
above it.
allow
You got to be
No,
the bigger
bro.
man.
Yeah,
Be the
rise
bigger
above
man.
No. I'm not saying it that way. I want you to look.
You don't
Anyone
hear
who's-
much feel, brother.
I
You
don't want. I'm
tried
not.
to make me out to be a mug for saying that Spurs shouldn't be moving to the second string Sheffield United team. And
I'm
they're
backing
getting
you,
flopped.
B. I'm backing you. I'm backing you every time. I'm backing you every time.
Nah,
But
if we had to back up Tobs every time he was in an argument, we
This
wouldn't be
my
on
point.
the show. We'd be
This my
backing, we'd be
point.
backing this guy up.
Okay, that's fair. That's
that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say I'm backing him every time, but it's an impossible task to back you every time.
I get that. But
We have
this one was a
lives to live.
this one was a. You know what it is? This one was a. You know, like I like my bookmarks in it, and this one was a. When I saw that they got promoted, I said, yeah, I'm gonna have a piece of this. And I said this before the season started. I said this team are going. I said this team are going straight down, and every single time they get pasted, I'm gonna quote tweet this same tweet every single time they get bland. And I think I'm on my fifth go this season now. I've probably even missed some games. They've been battered so much. Man. I've actually missed some games, but the show must go on.
What's the glory hunt? What's the glory hunt? The Spurs fan anyway. I don't get it. What's the glory hunt? The Spurs fan. It's crazy.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine glory hunter? What does that even mean?
I don't even understand. I don't understand. Probably the wrong words to put together in the same sentence. But Bhavs, how are you doing, brother? Special guest, how are you feeling? Before we get into the topics, you're fresh off an emphatic win. Are you feeling well?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. Nice little victory, and we've got Brentford next. So, as Grizz was saying, we're all ready.
Okay, we're ready. Well, there's a title fight going on. I think there's only one place to start. It's in Manchester. Something happened at the Etihad. Hugh, I feel like I should let you lead with this. Philip Foden, they call him.
Yeah. Phil Foden. No, we'll talk on Foden. But the big Man United, man, the big Manchester United. All week I was getting messages from them being like, "You're a small club. We're always going to be the bigger club," and yappa. I don't know any big club that turns up in a derby and parks 10 men on the edge of the box. They came and played like absolute cowards. I'll give Rashford the credit. Absolute screamer of a goal. World-class goal. But for everything other than that, they were absolutely rubbish. Genuinely, I think they're absolutely rubbish. But from our perspective, it was like, you know what? We're 1-0 down. Haaland's missing chances where you're going, wow. The one that the Foden assistant for, he really should have scored. And you're kind of saying, look, you don't lose faith because you're playing against that lot, and we know who we are. But you need one little moment of magic, just to ignite the fire, just to start the blamming, the ultimate blamming. And who do you look towards when Haaland's having a day like that? When De Bruyne is not looking like Kevin De Bruyne? When Jeremy Doku's not offering a huge outlet up for most of the game? Big players turn up. Big players step up. That first goal from Phil Foden was absolutely sublime. If you appreciate football, you'd appreciate that goal. It was one of those magic moments in football, you know, where you don't need to see it hit the back of the net to know it's a goal. As soon as it left his foot, the guy beside me in the stand goes, "That's in. It's in. It's in." And then look, Foden again with a second. He could have had 3 if he didn't miss that one when Onana came out. Could have had a hat-trick if Haaland didn't do whatever the hell Haaland did for that goal. Listen, man, Manchester's blue. I said, you know, you might want a 45-minute match ticket. They were leaving at 2-1. What fan base do you know leaves at 2-1? I was right beside the away end. I'm not telling no lies. Why do you leave at 2-1? That's how inevitable they know we are. We blammed them. Like, for me, that game is so much more than just 3 points in a title race. I always want to humiliate them. Liverpool, it's about go there and get 3 points. That's league business. Derby Day, That's personal business. You're dealing with personal stuff there. That's real business. Big occasion. And we did that, man. We sent them packing. Losers. What a performance. What a second half performance. Manchester City Football Club. Manchester's blue. Buzzing.
SAEED, you were the recipient of the blamming. How are you feeling? I saw your post-match. You were absolutely fuming, brother.
Yeah, man. I'm just tired, innit, man? I'm tired of being tired. You know, the ones there. I'm tired of being tired, man. Just feels like a revolving cycle, man. City just easy. It's too easy, man. You get me? And what Huey said there, he's speaking facts, man. It was too easy. We sat back too much. You know what it is, yeah? First half, you could say to yourself, right, cool. You scored the early goal. You go out there half-time, 1-0. But second half, to start it again and just keep on that momentum, but also not just shift up a bit, man. We're not fucking Burnley. We're not Luton Town. Fuck me. You know what I mean? Like, I get it if Luton Town and Burnley did that. There's an excuse because they don't have the quality. But United, under Ten Hag, 19 months in, should be pushing up the pitch higher. I'm sorry, man. They should be. They should be having some sort of game plan. You know, for us to have one ball over the top, that was Garnacho. That was the only time we got into their box that whole second half year. And obviously Edison did what he did. That was the only time. And you're telling me it's okay. It's acceptable. It's not acceptable, man. I thought the substitutions were awful. I thought they were the wrong timings for me, wrong personnel. Anthony, when he came on, man, just headless chicken running in fucking centre forward. Is that what we bought him for? This is your guy, my friend. That's your guy. You know what I mean? And you're just dashing him on centre forward position. Just no plan, careless. And I just think for me, ultimately, they've had more possession. What was that stat, Huey? More possession than we had shots, something like that. You know what I mean? That's the reality of what we are right now under Ten Hag. And enough is enough, man. I've had enough. And you know what? It's going to be a long end to the season. That's all I'm going to say. It's going to be a long end to the season, man. If that's what we're seeing, that pile of shite in a Manchester effing derby, man. It just makes it too easy. You know what I'm saying, man? Man, it's long, man. It's long. Listen, certain members of the team did their thing. Varane, Onana. I thought they were two bright spots. Dalot as well. But everyone else, man, just poor, man. Poor. You know what I mean? Too many spaces were given away. And ultimately, Ten Hag just, again, fine margins, apparently. Fine margins. Bloody hell, what sport are you watching, mate? What sport are you watching about fine margins? Are you having a laugh? Man, it's not good enough, man. Man City deserved it. Yeah, I didn't have to get out second gear and easy. That's what we are now. Easy to play against. Soft Man United. And yeah, we move, innit? You know what I'm saying? We move. And
there's no pride in that Man United team. There's no pride at all. Do you know that? There's no shame. Look, there's no shame in a footballing level to lose to this Manchester City team because we're that good. But if you're turning up to a derby and no one wants to play front foot, no one wants to step up the pitch. In the second half, we were shooting into the south stand where I sit, and I was looking at the Manchester United defense. Every time Onana's on the ball, all your back four are cowering away from the ball. None of them want the ball. It's like they're totally overwhelmed with the occasion. Big Raphael Varane. He's not even looking at Onana at times when Onana's on the ball. Make yourself an option. There's no pride in that Manchester United team. It's like they couldn't believe it when they're 1-0 up. They're like, whoa, we didn't expect this. Wasn't part of the script. We didn't plan for this. When you're 1-0 up, you should have gone for it. You should have put more pressure on. Instead, you just allow. Like I've seen Crystal Palace teams turn up. I've seen Southampton teams turn up. I've seen Championship teams and FA Cup games turn up with more pride and try to stamp more authority and make more of a game out of it. Totally rolled over for us. Totally in the second half, totally rolled over for us.
Nah, for real, man. Listen, I don't think the fact is, we scored maybe too early, yeah. But had we not scored that goal, yeah, bro, that game is scary, you know. Like generally, because Man City before that goal literally pegged us back in, and they were having chances. So imagine we didn't score that goal early on. What the game could have panned out to be. Yeah, we had the two chances Rashford was in, and the other one where he scuffed it. But you know what I'm saying? Like it was still a very, very scary game. Like HAALAND, Sitter, Foden has a chance there. They have chances. De Bruyne skies one over the bar. You know what I mean? United, for me, to not have some sort of plan, like that for me is like, yo, because if that was Mourinho, yeah, bro, do you understand the amount of penalties he would have got? if that was Jose Mourinho. But because it's Erik Ten Hag and because he's got a few injuries, it's acceptable. Nah, mate. And I use the example of Tottenham, yeah, because they went to Man City and they got a 3-3, a respectable draw. And they had who did they have in the centre back? Davies and my man, the Brazilian guy. You know what I mean? And Lo Celso and Brian Hill. So if they can go there, and I'm not gonna lie to you, at points, Man City on the ropes. So if they can do that, nah, man, I'm not accepting that shit, man. I'm not accepting that, bro.
Is there?
You know what I mean? This chat, by the way, this chill out, man.
I'm not trying to play. I don't know what's going on in that chat.
Sensible.
I don't know what's going on in that chat.
Tobs is here. You've got a guest. You've got a new guest on the show, and you like acting like that. Is this how you act in front of
you? Come on, come off it.
Come on, man.
Part of furniture, innit?
I don't know if I'm trying to play devil's advocate, right? But I feel like that was a game of two halves. Like first half, Man United were 1-0 up. They had a couple more chances, which Rashford fluffed both of them, right? The first one where he didn't get the touch right, goes straight back to the keeper, could have been 1v1. The second one, he basically missed kicks. Man United, up until half-time, are doing exactly what they have to do at the Etihad. They've had a couple chances. Yes, they've defended for large periods, but that's what you expect, and they've had to defend deep. If Man United step up their defensive line, who's running in behind? Are we forgetting someone? A certain Erling Haaland? Have we not just seen Luton have a highish line in the previous game, and he's absolutely blammed the both of them? With by the way, hold on.
A little bit further forward.
Johnny Evans is playing centre back. Who wants to see a high line with a Haaland versus Johnny Evans? For me, I think we need to. Maybe I'm numb to Manchester United not playing well, so now I just don't even bat an eyelid of this score. But if Amrabat doesn't make that mistake, you've lost 2-1. Like, I know Manchester City had loads more chances, but what did you? That's what we expected, no? If Man United,
I get it. Do you know what it is? Do you remember in the build-up we were saying we know Man City are going to win? There's a couple of things: the manner of the defeat, and of course the scoreline. Now the 3-1, you think to yourself, yeah, standard procedure, but it wasn't a 3-1 game, was it? That was like Rashford scores a goal out of the blue. Fantastic strike, but how nasty was Rashford apart from that? Like, apart from that goal, it was it was a stinky performance from him.
He was bullied. He was totally bullied.
But Hughie, and I think you're spot on about the cowardness of this Man United team. Like, Man United to a man, Man City to a man, intimidate every single one of their direct opponents. And whether you're shit or whether you think you're still playing for Man United, and there's pride at stake, like you said. Like, the quality was poor from Man United, but you can never not give 100%. And it looked like most of their players, like you said, they didn't want the fight. Rashford did not want that smoke. Like, it was awful.
You know what? Yeah.
Garnacho, Bruno, everyone. Again, Kobe Mainoo's the only one who was like sort of getting in interceptions, trying to be comfortable on the ball, show composure. I just thought it was an embarrassing performance. And this is what we said about at least make it difficult for them. And I actually think it started off like the Chelsea City game, where Chelsea took the lead, had a couple of chances to score that second. But where Chelsea were a constant threat throughout the 90 minutes.
On the counter, that's what I'm saying.
On the counter, Man United said, yo, we got a pot shot out of the way. Let's just chill now. You can't chill and be passive against Man City. You have to go and get that second goal. You have to go. I tweeted as a joke, if Man United get a second goal here, they may only lose 3-2. And I was right. It would have been 3-2 ultimately, because that's what it was, 3-1 in the end. But I think he's done, SAEED. I think you're going to get your wish. I genuinely think
it's not about getting my wish, man. I don't wish for managers to get back.
But wish in terms of, at least there's going to be a change now, because this guy he ain't it. I hope he stays there, and I hope because hope he's doing a fantastic job. Carry on. People seeing the progress and whatnot. I think he's done out there. I think you start off with a new manager next season. 100%.
Hey, you never know. It might be poached by Bayern Munich according to Rio Ferdinand. So it might go.
Yeah.
By the way, he confirmed it today on his podcast. It was for the bait, man. It was just for content and that sort of. Yeah, man. Listen, I don't know, man. I'm just speechless in it, man. I don't know what to say, man. You know what I mean? I'm seeing Arsenal today. Yeah, I know we'll get onto Arsenal. Arsenal have scored 30 goals since January. Shall I tell you how many United goals
I
have
think
got
it's
this
31
season?
actually.
It's 31. Oh, thank you very much. 31. Man United have scored 37 goals this season. They've scored that since January. We've scored 37 for the whole season. Yet, Mr. Johnny down the road's telling me to be positive and trust the process. Yeah. The Johnny down the road's telling me that, man. So, it's not good enough, man. -2 goal difference, and we're in March. Come on, mate.
Bring back Ollie.
Come on, mate.
Word to Steve. Word to Steve. Bring back Ollie.
At least Ollie had a
Bro,
chance.
listen.
He had a good chance.
Ollie would have done. Ollie performed in derbies at least, especially at the Etihad.
Because he understood. Because he understood what the derby means. Do you know what I mean?
Well, there you go.
This
There you
guy
go,
went
man.
and played it like a tactico from Twitter. What the fuck you doing, man? This man thought he's a tactico. Playing a box 4 in midfield and wide wingers, and what are you doing, man? Don't get it twisted. I thought Johnny Evans again was one of your better players.
I thought he was.
That's embarrassing,
man.
Onana
But
was
that's
very good.
embarrassing.
Onana was good.
Yeah.
Johnny Evans at 46
Johnny
is one
Evans.
of your best players. Still.
One
That's
very
mad.
good. Very good.
It's mad.
The one substitution I didn't get was maybe Garnacho not coming off because I thought he had a stinker. I thought
Yeah,
he was
no.
awful.
He came
Like,
up towards the end, but yeah.
Yeah, I thought he
go.
should have come off first for Anthony. But Bhavs, Tobs, any words of wisdom here? Because I know people are saying he stunk up the place, but what else was he gonna do? What else was he gonna do?
Who's that?
I think you have to play
Garnacho.
no, it means
Ten Hag,
Ten Hag.
Manchester United. What?
Yeah.
If everybody's saying the setup was wrong, what was the alternative? To not put 4 midfielders in there, shut off the central areas. What's the alternative?
No, I don't. You know what it is? I don't think his. I think with Ten Hag, it's both. You have to look at it both ways, right? Like no matter what lineup he played, they were never going to win. But the reason why they're never going to win is fundamentally because they don't have a coach now who sets Man United well enough to actually play a certain way that can get consistent results or can get momentum in the game of football, right? I think that's the biggest problem, right? I don't think in isolation, this fixture is a fixture that you can be like, oh my God, Ten Hag, rare tear. But at the same time, you have to acknowledge the fact that he's come into a derby, right? Off the back of what seemingly looked like one of the most informed teams. And Man United, after I would say probably minute 20, 25, basically said, yeah, this game's done as a contest. Like that's the bit that I don't get. Like even with the lack of HAALAND, the lack of Lisandro, you should be able to at the very least capitalize on the one thing that was giving you joy with the counterattacks, right? Why did we see Man United just stop with the counterattacks? Why did we see that?
I think it's just fear, isn't it? They wanted everyone behind the ball to make sure that, you know, it's they were playing more not to lose than to win the game, and I think that's why United fans are annoyed. But if Ten Hag gets sacked, it's not because he lost to City, it's because his philosophy of an entire season doesn't make sense. When you 100%. Go into the summer and your prime midfield three is Mount, Casemiro, and Bruno, and we can see it doesn't work. And you know, how is a manager Man United doing that in the first place? I think that's where I first questioned it, and I think it's a philosophy thing. You know, I always hear about him getting compared to Arteta and how was Mikel in his first few years, but I could kind of see what Mikel wanted to do with Ten Hag. It's a lot of confusion, and I don't watch United week in week out, so he does, and I can see his reactions. It's taking a toll on Saeed. So much so that you can see that there's daily tears coming down his eyes. But as an Arsenal fan, I don't sympathise one bit because I hate Manchester United because you guys caused us a lot of pain over the years. But I will say that if you keep Ten Hag past the season, then I'm gonna love it.
I felt to be fair to Man United, right? And you know me, like I don't like the gas that people put on Dalot and stuff. But I thought Man United's defense, I felt a bit sorry for their defense because it was like
Varane. Listen, Varane's still there, man. People think he's finished. He's not finished yet, man.
I don't get this notion that Varane is not a good defender. I must be watching something different to everyone else because he's still a good defender. I thought even Lindelof, I thought he was okay, apart from giving away the ball. I thought Dalot was good. I thought Johnny Evans did his part. Like Onana was very good. I felt like the Man United defense individually, they performed to a level where it's like, okay, cool. Like we've had to withstand pressure, but it's like pressure's gonna burst pipes. Ultimately, if you play that way against a side like Man City and you give them all the ball, all the territory, they're going to find a way through. There was no way on earth that Man United team was set up to contain Man City for 90 minutes. It was never going to happen. And to Bhavs' point, which is what I was saying earlier on as well, like, I can't look at this game and be like, oh my God, yeah, Ten Hag, you should have done X, Y, Z. But I also can look at this game because of the mistakes that he's made in the lead up to this game, because of the mistakes he made in the summer, because of the mistakes he's made in the way he sets them up, because of the mistakes he's made in the way he approaches games. Like, everything culminates into what you see in Man United now. You look at three or four players injured and look at the options that are coming in. McTominay starting at the Etihad. Can you imagine? McTominay, I'm seeing Foden come on at the Etihad. Ahmed Diallo's on the bench. He can't even get a kick. This guy was ripping it up in the Championship. I'm seeing Foden come on. I'm seeing Garnacho. Even me, you know me with Garnacho. I think he's mid, but I also feel like he's been overused. Like,
overused,
again,
man.
I'm seeing guys like Anthony come off the bench. You have to look at the manager as to why this squad is not able to compete with Man City. Even if a better manager gets them set up playing better or whatever, these players that I'm mentioning, they're not good enough. They're not good enough to win a game of football against Man City at the Etihad. And you have to look at the manager for that, because he has spent a humongous amount of money on players that are not good enough. And we're here, we're here in March. They're at the Etihad again, and we're still seeing the same guys that some of the same guys that Man United were complaining about, like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah,
it's embarrassing.
I thought Man City were insane, man. Like, even when they were losing, bro, the way that they passed the ball about and the way they moved the ball, it's just
Bernardo Silva was unbelievable.
So
Bernardo Silva,
fluid.
nobody talks about that guy, but he's just everywhere.
Everybody's got to talk about that guy at this point. He's
you know what it is with me? Like, he doesn't get the plaudits. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe not enough. But this guy just constantly moving around everywhere, man. It's difficult to track this guy, man. He's got bundles of energy. He's so technically good. And it's just, man, different gravy, man.
It's the underlapping run that he kept making behind Doku.
Yes.
And then the same thing with De Bruyne on Foden on the other side. These underlapping, I thought they did the same thing against Copenhagen. They're so tough to stop, man. And then my thing is why I sympathize a bit with United is because Man City can hit you in behind with HAALAND. They can hit you with the low block because they've got Foden, Bernardo Silva, De Bruyne. They've got guys that can, find the pass through. They got long shooters. Foden, that goal is literally just like Rashford's. What are you going to do about that? Nothing. You can't do shit. You can't do nothing. True. We got Rodri, they got De Bruyne that can hit them from range if you sit too deep. They've got too many weapons. And then when I look at the bench as well, the only person missing in that squad was Grealish. Everybody's available. So their changes are affecting the game more than yours. Alvarez gets the assist. You guys are bringing on Anthony, who we know is a bona fide flop at this point. So I don't know, man. Do you know what it is? It's Ten Hag's fault that he's in this position. But that game in particular, I'm not going to be like, oh, wow, how did you miraculously not find a result? Like that's culminated in all of your time. At Manchester United, all of your recruitment has led to that moment, basically.
Yeah, that Man City, like, even when Rashford crashed in that goal, like there was no, there was an air of inevitability. Like, there was no doubt whatsoever.
No panic. No panic.
We're going to win that game of football, especially in the second half. I mean, Jesus, I think Kevin De Bruyne, I thought he was actually quite poor. I thought he had a poor game, but Rodri, the way he was just marshalling that midfield, like it felt, I actually saw, maybe not feeling sorry, but I was like, there was a period where like Man United literally, they couldn't get out. They could not get out. Man City would just get the ball, recycle, go at them again. Get the ball, recycle, go at them again. And you mentioned it as well, but Phil Foden, I listen, like, like when a player puts in a performance like that, you just have to clap and you just have to say literally respect. Because I think one thing I'm respecting more about Phil Foden's like growing performances this season is he's winning games for Man City with the game winners on the pitch. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, HAALAND is on the pitch, Kevin De Bruyne's on the pitch, and you are still being the guy that's going to pull your team out the mud. And I think if he can continue to keep being that level of player for Man City in terms of importance, then he's going to fulfill the potential, the promise, etc., that people have for him. Last 3.5 months we've been speaking about. He's been on smoke. He's been on smoke, And
we said this at the start of the season, though, Tobs, didn't we? We said this about Foden at the start of the season. Like, I've always massively rated Phil Foden. I've always loved him. I've watched Phil Foden since before he was in the first team. I watched him when he was playing with Sancho and Brahim Diaz and those guys in the academy, that super team we had. And I always knew he was going to be an elite player, like, you know, a special talent. But I always trusted in the process for you know, progressing Phil Foden and developing Phil Foden. But this season for me, it was the time. I was like, right, it's now the time for you to step in, take a shirt, and you don't let it go. You now make yourself in a position where I cannot be dropped. I cannot be dropped. Whether it's on right wing, whether it's on left wing, he's been in false nine, he's been in the middle. He's had serious performances in all those positions. And it's just amazing yesterday. Like, he scored something like 16 goals now against big six teams. Phil Foden's a big game player, and he just gets it. It's days like yesterday. He just gets it. You know, you see one of your own scoring in a derby like that. Like periods where De Bruyne is out for 5-6 months, Foden stepping up and doing things on his own. Periods where Haaland's out for 2 months at a time, Foden stepping up, doing things on his own. Days like yesterday, where Haaland's not on it. I agree with Tobs. I don't think De Bruyne was on it. He was.
Can we talk about that Haaland miss, though? Can we talk about that Haaland miss?
No,
is that the worst?
We're all right for now. We're all right for now.
Is that the worst miss we've seen in the Premier League? In like, has anyone seen the worst miss? Yakubu, maybe. I mean, Yakubu's one.
And he still put the final nail in your coffin. That's the thing.
I know. I just have to just.
He wants something, innit?
Hold on a minute.
Let me leave here with something, innit? Saying, let me leave here with something.
If there's anything about elite strikers that you learn from Erling Haaland, it's that
I'm gonna leave with something.
He can have an almighty miss where we're all going, damn, that's crap. But the elite players don't let that bother them. They don't.
But you know, on Foden, like, you guys know I'm a massive fan of Foden. You know, at times I was a bigger fan than Hughie about Foden on the shows, you know, a couple of months ago. You know, but I'm just saying, a lot of credit has to go to how Pep has handled him as well. And not just overplayed him, and he's brought him in and out of the team, known when to not play him behind the scenes, whatever issues he may have had. And we don't always talk about Pep's man management. We always just look at his tactical side of things and say, "Yo, he's the greatest tactical coach out there." But in this occasion, I think flowers need to be given to Pep how he's man managed Phil Foden. A local youth wants to play every single game. You know what I mean? And then do you remember we questioned letting Gundogan go and who else? You know, a couple of players go in the summer.
Mahrez.
Yeah, right? Pep knew what he was doing, innit? Like, this guy was coming through, and this was his breakout season in terms of, you're a big boy now. You're no more potential Foden coming in, changing a game last quarter. No, there's going to be games where Kevin De Bruyne's going to be missing. There's going to be games where whoever, Doku's a new signing, is going to take time. HAALAND is HAALAND. You're going to have to be one of the X factors that Man City have had in Gundogan, in Mahrez, maybe Sterling before that. Foden has been that X factor. And I said something, and obviously people get riled because I'm a Liverpool fan. And sometimes you're not allowed to speak on other teams' clubs, players, but I think he's in the conversation if Man City win the league for player of the season. I think Rice is in the conversation if Arsenal win it, and I think Van Dijk's in the conversation if Liverpool win it.
Who?
So I think, and I know, but I don't know what's the situation with the young.
Who'd you say?
Van Dijk. If Liverpool.
Van Dijk. Oh, Van Dijk.
Yeah.
Oh.
Look how we made this about Liverpool, eh? Look how we made this about Liverpool. But anyway, go on. I'm only joking, man.
No, you're not joking. I'm serious. You think I'm here to joke?
Carry on, man.
He's got a war hat on, bro. He's serious now.
He's got a war hat on, man.
Wait, did the man hold on? Are you not going to accept him just laughing because I said Van Dijk? Are you not going to have this?
You, man. I'm joking.
You lot are real football men.
Yeah,
I
Van Dijk's
definitely. I get your point.
I thought you said
If Liverpool, I said if Liverpool win it, Van Dijk's in the question. If Arsenal win it, it's Rice. And if City win it, I know Hughie might have his own opinion because he watches City far more than me. But I just think Foden has been so clutch in this last 2 months. He has to be in the picture. But I don't know if he comes under the young player or does he come under...
I don't know what the criteria is for young player. He's 24.
Under 23.
Under 24
now. He
started the season 23. It's if he started the season 23.
He's 24 in May.
So does he count as a...
No. He started the season 23. Yeah.
Okay.
But remember, you can win both anyway.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yes, I just think, you know,
he's a contender.
and obviously,
Right
he's him now. This is the season where he's shown that I'm him, and I think he's been, it's not single-handedly, but you know, we always say, "Oh, Gundogan single-handedly carried him to the title. KDB done it. HAALAND done it." This has been Foden's season for me.
He's just such a joy to watch. You know the way most people who aren't City fans have their complaints about Grealish and how he's really robotic, and Pep has put the chains on him and he's taken away all that flair. Foden is one of those very few players, in my opinion, left in modern football who plays like those kids you'd see playing in the cage. You know, on the weekend, they're doing mad tricks and flicks and trying to create angles, and they're playing passes that they probably shouldn't be playing, but it looks really cool if it comes off. He's just a joy to watch. He's one of those ridiculously technically gifted footballers with a vision for the game that not many players past and present have. In my opinion, he's possibly the most gifted footballer in our squad, and in terms of just natural gifting football ability. Of course, you got players like Kevin De Bruyne who are freaks of nature, but just in terms of what Foden can do with a ball and the way he reads the game, he's possibly the number one. And Guardiola has manage the process of development for Foden to get the maximum out of that. The maximum. Like 2-3 years ago, when people were saying he needs to go out on loan, he needs to go to a different club, like say Cole Palmer's just done, and become the main man over there. Pep says to Foden, "No, I have a plan for you." And to be fair, there's not many managers that if you're as good as Phil Foden, they say, "I've got a plan for you." You say, "Okay, I trust you." But when Pep says, "I have a plan for you," look at the players he's made. Foden said, "All right, I'm willing to buy my time. I could go be a main man elsewhere, but I'm willing to wait to do it for you." So I think credit has to go to the Manchester City setup, Pep Guardiola and the coaches, because Foden, 23 years of age, 5-time Premier League winner, treble winner, guy's not hit his prime. He's the future of Manchester City, potentially the future of English football, potentially the future of everything. As his tattoo says, the sky's the limit for him, man. He's a ridiculous player.
It's that Somali team, man. You're not seeing that video, Huey. The Somali team, man. He went round to the Somali household, had a bit of nice Somali tea, and that's it, man. The form's
If that's
there,
what
man.
it is, man. If that's what it is, man, keep drinking.
That's what United players need next as well, bro.
Yeah, it's the same, man. Just come to around my gaff.
I thought Ake passing yesterday. I thought his passing was quite good. He was popping some really nice passes in between lines. And Rodri, man, honestly, it's getting ridiculous now. Like this guy just keeps putting on Blasics after Blasics after Blasics for Man City. It's crazy how good and consistent this guy is, bro. His passing is a cheat code, man. He's one of these midfielders. No matter who's pressing him, he'll get the ball, get it out of his feet, and he always puts the ball under money for his wide man. You notice when Man City play, the wide men always receive the ball with space to run at the players, or the ball's played in front of them for them to run onto. It's never like
some nasty choppy.
But he's become a cheat code now.
It's always on the money.
But you know what? But the thing is, when he was at Atletico, before he signed, I didn't hear too much about him at Atletico. I don't know if anybody else did. I didn't hear loads. And
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna pretend to you that I was some Rodri expert before he arrived. I'm not gonna pretend to you I loved Rodri when he first arrived either. His first sort of season or so, and he's playing in a double pivot beside Gundogan. Most City fans, if you ask them honestly, did you rate it? Did you think he was decent? They'll all go.
He didn't start the Champions League final. Remember?
Wow. But back then, Rodri wasn't
so maybe Toby had a point.
Yeah, but he's become a cheat
today. Now Rodri, when he plays, man, he owns the midfield, and I think Rodri almost single-handedly is the reason that United just got deeper and deeper and deeper. I get why Ten Hag played the midfield he did in Casemiro, Bruno, McTominay. He put McTominay out there because McTominay is meant to be a physical guy who'll press, he'll get stuck in, he'll crunch tackles, etc. It became really apparent that there was no midfield battle. It was Rodri's midfield.
But,
so United,
you know what, Huey?
We're staying away from this guy because he's scary as fuck.
Kobe Mino's out there as well. It's 4 of them, remember?
But you know what the scary thing is, guys? He's actually becoming even more scarier, and he's becoming a serious cheat code now. Like I've said, he's the single most important player to any club side in world football, and I'll stick by that. But now he's become a cheat code, where he's actually doing more than just being a demon breaking up play. Now he's realized, fuck, this is easy, yeah. And now he's getting the ball and moving up with the ball, taking shots, popping off passes, playing as an 8/6/10 10. All of them. He's becoming the complete package. We all know he's a bruiser. Can play. I think there's elements to his game now that he's realized this is too easy. I can do more. It's mad.
Get this, Grizz. Get this, Grizz. Yeah, did you hear about his bet with the team?
He needs to be
Rodri's
like
bet,
someone needs to
squad.
finish. He's the Terminator. Like someone needs to bring out the anti-Terminator. Is there such a thing? You know what I mean, man?
Yeah.
Someone needs to do something, man.
Kryptonite.
Did you hear about this, Grizz? Did you hear about this? The bet he has with the squad, and I think this is interlinked to what you're saying about him going forward and doing new things. He made a bet at the start of the season with the squad that if he scores 10 goals this season, everybody has to play either a season or one game, one or the other, with their shirt tucked in. Because you know Rodri, he always wears
he
shirt
does
tucked in. Yeah, like he does it. So I think he's 1 or 2 off now. Like he's banging the goal.
Can you imagine watching them watch to do
on
that?
spot on.
Yeah, that's Pep Guardiola for you though. Like Pep's doing things differently with these players. Like if you look at John Stones' heat map yesterday, it was of a number 10. John Stones, the majority of his touches were actually on the edge of the Manchester United box. This is a fucking centre half we're talking about who's getting the majority of his touches on the edge of the opposition's 18-yard box. It was so apparent that John Stones was being used as that extra Terminator. So you have Rodri, the main Terminator, John Stones, add him in there. There's no midfield to be fought for. It belongs to the Blues.
What's Toby saying about John Stones?
Can I just say, I know you. Sorry.
Can we? Yeah. This is getting too much now.
I don't want this to come up. I don't want this to come up.
No,
I don't want this to come up. Right? Because John Stones had a good game yesterday. He did. He had a good game. But I'm getting a little bit sick of Pep doing this CB into the CM.
No, he's good at it, Tobs, he's good at it. He's good at it. Akanji's no good at it, but Stones is good at it. No, because no, bro. Stones is good at this. Look how many times they passed the ball.
I'm just saying he's not good at it, but I'm saying
let him do what he's doing, bro. Let him do his thing. You got Big Steve in the comments.
Toby has nothing to complain about. He just starts manufacturing things,
bro.
Like, what is he?
I'm not manufacturing anything. There are some games where I'm like,
why complaining about right now?
Back in the midfield, just allow
it
too much.
But what's your problem with it? When it works and it looks good too. What's your problem with it?
Yeah, but my problem is as of late, I think the last couple of weeks, I feel like Pep has tweaked with his system a little bit too much, and I think he's persisted with this centre back in the midfield.
He did it last year, remember, against Real Madrid, and it worked. They won the Champions League.
Yes, with John Stones. So
yes,
whilst yes. So with John Stones, I get your point. I'm talking about Pep using this whole free defenders and the centre back into the midfield when John Stones isn't playing, because we've clearly seen, as Hugh's pointed out, John Stones is a specialist for Man City in that role. When John Stones is not in the team, don't play that formation, because I'm not sure if you've noticed it, but when they play that formation and John Stones isn't there, it looks funky.
I hear that. I actually agree with that. Funnily enough, I think anybody else doing it, it never quite works the same.
I think this is why he wanted Declan Rice. Declan Rice used to play as a centre back when he was younger, and he would add an extra physical player in there, and it would, bruv. If Declan Rice was next to Rodri, bruv, this would have been long. It would have been a long day.
Now, man.
Thank God for Mikel Arteta today.
I saw your tweet. Yeah, it would have been a long day. Let's
day.
move on to super chats though, because chats all they've had enough of the Man City props. Saeed's over there like fighting his walls. And
it gets a bit boring when you talk about Man City.
Did you know what? We don't really give much City analysis often, so I'm gonna say no. That was needed. That was needed on the show.
That's why. Everybody knows how good they are, so it's like, you know what I mean?
We have 40 minutes of fun there. I appreciate it at the time.
It's all right, man. You have your
15
moment, man. It's all right.
Hamza says, man, Saeed, you lot need to please turn off that feature on your mics that mutes you guys when you get a little bit loud. It's ruining some great moments. Saeed, are you aware of this?
Yeah, we're working on it.
Echo cancellation. Turn it off, lads.
Yeah?
What's it called? It's not even that. I'm getting a new.
Just go in settings right now. It turns off. It's called echo cancellation. That's what it is.
All right, I'll take a look at it. I've heard this.
Yeah, Bhavs, man. I'm gonna call you afterwards, man. I need some advice. I'm gonna call Bhavs afterwards. Get some professional advice and shit, man.
They're saying, Saeed, they got that clip of you saying Maguire's better than Van Dijk. They got a clip.
Oh, that's time ago, though, man.
So this is where
Harry Beckham.
So this is where this comes from. Every time I mention Van Dijk, man starts having an epileptic fit or something like, you know.
Why are we reading these
all kind of shit starts happening to you? Is this why now? Is this why?
Move on from these ones, man. Yo.
I've just received at the same time. I just received a message saying, "Yo, Saeed for always having an agenda against VVD."
Bro, man, come on, man. It's when I had the job, man. I had that job. and he made me change for a little bit.
You're saying
You
the
know what I'm
NHS is at
saying?
fault. Okay.
Bro, the NHS is
He had a few
fault, man.
gummies. He was in New York. That's what it was.
Yeah, had a few gummies and that.
Does anybody want to speak on Doku's performance? Grizz, you gave him a lot of hype at the start of the season. Now they're calling him the poor Javinho.
Very
something. Anybody want to speak on that?
Man. I didn't say nothing to him, man. I didn't say nothing like that, man. But
he's out of form. He's out of form.
He'll come. Look, I'm here. I'm here to take the beats
next season
as well as the praises. You will be singing. You'll be singing praises of Doku next season. This time next season, people saying, "Yo, Doku, relax."
Yeah, he needs one season to be like to kind of get his rhythm and whatnot. So,
man.
This super chat says, Nathan says, I don't understand what Grizz wants from this team when the manager sets his team up like that. Rashford played as a wing back from the 25 minutes. Let's blame Rashford for the team's performance.
I didn't blame Rashford.
I don't think you can blame Rashford for that performance. However, Marcus Rashford was noticeably bad in the game.
Yeah,
but
I just said he had a stink apart from the goal.
Yeah, despite his goal, which is mad.
He did miss some key chances, to be fair. This super chat says, yeah, United's current squad isn't Ten Hag's fault. He is responsible for Antony and Mount. The rest is a failed recruitment strategy for 10 years and the failure of the DOF and CEO to sell mediocre players.
No, that's the Man United Robert. That's the Man United Robert.
You're not interested in that one there. Fair enough. This super chat says, I know goals are most important, but HAALAND has to be the most elite shit player in history. Between him and Jackson, who stinks it out most per 90? Don't know why Jackson's getting brought into this, to be honest. I don't feel like Jackson has bad 90 minutes to be talking like that. Jackson gets involved in all the play. He can't finish. That's a complete opposite type of striker as HAALAND. Hugh, you going to defend your guy? Because he was anonymous basically for the first half. He didn't even get in the game really, but
yeah, but look,
you don't care really. Probably.
No, I don't give a shit. Look, like when HAALAND doesn't thrive in situations like that. When United put 10 men in the box, you know what I mean? The big guy's not going to get much service. He still got his goal, and he scored 5 2-3 days ago against Luton. Who the fuck are you to criticize Erling Haaland, man? Get up. Guy was telling the crowd to do the Poznan mid-game. The ball's in play, and he's telling the crowd to jump up and down. Like, he was taking the piss, man. Haaland was having a great time.
Rodri completed 100 out of 111 passes, while Bruno, Casemiro, McTominay, and Mino completed 88 out of 105 passes combined. Damn, someone's angry. Sir Alex Ferguson, well, he's not dead, but yeah, he didn't die for this. Damn, scathing. Not happy. Let's see here. Let's be real. It's all Pep Guardiola. Like, who the fuck are these guys? Like Akanji, Ake, Rodri before they came to City. Rodri for Spain ain't as good.
That's what I'm saying, man. People say you can just buy leagues. Nah, you can't. Can't buy class.
That's because sometimes the manager was playing Rodri at flipping centre back.
Yeah, true.
It ain't easy. INEOS is definitely getting a new manager, and players have checked out. Says Memphis as well. Memphis Depay. I think you're definitely going to get him. You're going to have him sacked at the end of the season. So I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're going to go through a lot of pain up until now, but at least you know that it's over at the end of the season. Like, you're not going to persist with this. So there is no turning back for him. And the FA Cup, I don't know about your confidence level, SAEED, against Liverpool, but that is literally the last straw. If you lose there and they rest players against you at Old Trafford,
we're 100% resting players.
McConnell's and oh my days, it will be a madness. Yeah.
To be fair, what's your game after though? It's not as if you got a game. Have you got a game midweek and that like after it? So don't know. But even your second team will probably beat us, man. I don't know, man.
What about
Let me
the
just
third
get
team?
to that when we have to get to that. Yeah, can we just allow stressing me, man?
No, because I got a feeling we're going to send the third team. What about the third team?
Oh dear. I agree with SAEED when City stepped on the gas, the wind went out of United cells and they got blasted. Stinky performance.
Yeah.
Says cooking buns. Yeah, it was. All right, cool. Let me see if there's any more super chats for the rest of this game. Let's see. Too many self-centered, egocentric, selfish United players who don't have any self-pride. Case in point, Rashford scores an awesome goal and only goes missing. SAEED giving the thumbs up, giving the cosign. I believe that's everything on this game, people. So we're going to move on to our next game. I think there's only one place to go next, which is probably the performance of the weekend, or maybe the week, because it was on a Monday, and it was Sheffield United 0, Arsenal 6.
Really?
Maybe it should have been 7 or 8. Well, I feel like we're gonna talk about the title guys first. You know, let's just have some respect. Do you know what I mean? They're the ones leading this race now. Arsenal probably better than Liverpool's performance. Why are you doing that? Oh, you want to talk Chelsea Brentford next? Is that what you're trying to say?
No. Listen,
maybe
I don't want to do anything. You're the host.
Maybe you host the next show.
I'm gonna respect the host. I'm gonna respect the host. Yeah, so I'm respecting the host. The host says we move on to Arsenal.
We must.
Phase 5 Arsenal. Come on, Bhavs, chat to me.
Bhavs, I want
Phase.
talk to me. What's going on?
He might have to change his titles. 6 things we learned today.
I did that already against West Ham, so can't do that again.
Okay.
I was ready for the 7 things you can learn.
Man, they're making happy of this, boy. Super team.
Yeah, so it's looking nice. It's
Super
looking nice.
team.
It's looking nice, man. It's looking decent, man. You know, looking like I think GRIZZ said off camera we're the best team in Europe right now, which I'll take.
Yo, man, don't tell everyone I said that shit, man. I'm gonna get hate, man.
Yeah. Best team in Europe. Look, good performance, man. And to be fair, I'm not really surprised to see that we're beating Sheffield United 6-0. It's a result I kind of expected. Maybe not 6, but I expected a big victory. We got that. And we're kind of getting to the stage now where I always used to look at Liverpool and you smash teams in like not just 1-2, but it'll be 5, 6, 7. And we're getting to that stage now. We've done it quite a few times, and I like that. We're ruthless, and it all goes back to that run back in December and January where there's a lot of Arsenal fans panicking and rival fans talking about how we were obviously losing games, but I saw it as we were making chances, and once the confidence come back into the team, we'll be fine. And now we're seeing that. And in the first half, we had something like 2 XG and 5, 6 goals. That's a confidence thing. And I think a lot of these players aren't bad finishers. Maybe the likes of Havertz and Jesus are notoriously bad finishers, but the likes of Saka, Odegaard, Martinelli aren't. And at one point, they were going to click. And right now, it feels vindication, but I also realize you're not going to get your flowers until you pick up a title at the end of it.
Do you make yourself, seeing as you are playing the best football and you are, I mean, GRIZZ said it, you're the best team in Europe or one of the best teams in Europe. Do you see yourself as favourites then? Because you have it in your hands. You play against top teams, you can beat them, and then you can win the league.
We're not favourites because we are the least experienced out of the 2 teams or 3 teams fighting for a title. So those 2 teams have the history of getting over the line. The one thing I'll say about Liverpool, not to be too critical, but they've not really won a title race before in terms of a head-to-head thing where they've kind of always lost behind City. But still, when I look at City and they've got the 2 most inevitable players in the league in De Bruyne and HAALAND, I saw it last year, so I'm going to learn from that. So we're far from the favourites, but we're just doing our job. I think we're in actually the right position right now in the sense of we're just below them, and obviously if City or Liverpool maybe both drop points on the weekend and we obviously beat Brentford, we got top of the league, which is perfect.
What did you guys make of that Arsenal performance? I made it my business not to do a watch along for that. I didn't need to see it in real time.
You would have definitely cancelled after 10 minutes.
Nah,
Scary.
We can cuss and Mr. Toby will tap in on their performance, no doubt. But I thought it was a scary performance. When you're in this situation, every game equals 3 points. But sometimes you can intimidate teams like how you start. And that's what they've done, man. They had the perfect scenario. They've got tough games coming up. And they'll be able to have this game won in the first 20 minutes, 15 minutes. What a position to be in. How many times have we seen City do this? Liverpool in their pomp do that as well. You blow teams away and then you rest for 70 minutes. That's what you do. And obviously we know he's been using the same 11 game in, game out. They've been blessed with no injuries. It's a factor. It's not luck. It's a factor. I'm not saying they're lucky to have players. You always need luck, but it's a very important factor. Continuity, same formation, same players, know your role. Sorry to take SAEED's saying, know your role. Everyone knows their role.
My brother GRIZZ.
And it helps. It helps. And they're doing fantastic. As I said, in my humble opinion, just mine, I think they're the best team in Europe right now. But
said it on camera now.
But
Arsenal fans are killing you right now for saying they have no injuries.
But
yeah, I was gonna say that right now, but I'll just let them speak.
They're the best team in Europe right now that lost their last game in Europe.
No, but I'm just saying, come on, man, you can have off in it. We know we can have off.
That was a bar. You know,
I'm sensing some animosity there. What was that personal? I was a little personal jump.
Come on, take my hand. That was fast.
Are you lot doing this, man? You lot, come on, man. With real football people on this show, man. We ain't gaslighting.
No, but
one,
no,
man.
but
We're
do
being
you
real.
know what? The Porto
You can lose
goalkeeper
a
said
game.
it best. You've got to prove yourself in Europe before you can be the
I'm
best
about
team in
to.
Europe.
I'm about to finish. You didn't even let me finish my statement.
Yeah, I know,
man.
but you already said the statement, so that's why you had to
No, I
jump in
haven't
and fight
finished
and
it.
then
I
I'm
said,
in as
but
well, you know what I mean?
you forgot the but.
But
Saeed was ready for the but. Pause.
pause.
The rest of you weren't ready, man.
Bro, yo, chill, man.
Yo, why you do say
Yo,
like that, bro?
is free, man. Why you doing me like that?
But
Why
no,
you do
but
say
bro,
that?
as I was
Farting,
boosting
bro.
up Arsenal,
Bro, Ramadan's round the corner, man. Relax.
That's how I'm getting out of the way, innit? But as I was building up, as I was building up
farting,
Arsenal, I was like, but they must deliver. They must win one of the big trophies. Now, you know, Champions League, and when I said it over a month ago now, 5-6 weeks ago, I said, in my opinion, they're the only ones that can stop Man City in the Champions League. Only ones in Europe in the Champions League. And in the Premier League, obviously, if they continue winning every single game, I think they win the league if they continue winning every single game. But it's very different now. The last 10 games turns into a total pressure cooker, and they showed last season that they went up to it. I know he suggests that Liverpool haven't won in a title race per se, but we've won 10, 13 games in a row and finished 95, 98, 92 points. They haven't. And they've got to reach those levels. I think they've got to reach 90 plus points. Can they do that? If they can, and it means they win a title, kudos to them. But right now, as we sit here, in my opinion, they're the best team in Europe, playing the best football right now.
Yeah, we are.
But it needs to be more. You have to continue that.
Yeah, Grizz, you make an interesting point that Arsenal haven't had injuries. I think off the bench today we had Partey who's been injured all season. Jesus has been injured for the last few games. You know, you've had no Zinchenko either. Timber's been out for most of the season. I mean, these are important first teamers that have been out and they were part of our first team last year. So I think the difference between Arsenal this year and last year...
I think just to counter that very quickly,
sure.
It's your team last year, which didn't win the league, which bottled it. So he improved Partey, Rice. He improved, in his opinion, your right back, Ben White. Zinchenko, you know, many critics of Zinchenko. In his opinion, he's improved that by playing the players he's played. I'm not sure if those players are starting the amount of games that your current team are starting.
I think
maybe Kyo is the only one that wouldn't start.
I mean,
Gabriel Jesus has been criticised a lot. You know,
no, I agree. Our squad has definitely improved, but I will say that the team that we talked about there, the Zinchenko part included, I think the games they started all together, they won every single game comfortably. So they were a good team. The thing that cost us, I still stand by it, is the fact that our backup centre back was Rob Holding, and that's not a title quality centre back. And I think this year, a massive part is going to be luck. And if we can keep Saliba and Gabriel fit, then I think we stand a very good chance of winning this title because we have got the very, very, very best defence. I think the difference between Arteta this year and last year is last year he would have played Kiwior in the Zinchenko role and inverted him. Now he realises that, okay, he's not as comfortable at that, so I'm going to adapt. And he's going to play him more as a natural left back. And I think that's why Arsenal fans are more confident right now in their team, is because they're seeing the manager, shift around the team, the players are actually available, and not just stick to the same principle game in, game out.
I think Arsenal have...
On the other side,
definitely have title winning quality. They definitely have title winning quality. There's no doubt. And I think one characteristic that they've showed so far this season that you might give them a slightly better chance to possibly go on in the league this season is they had their minor capitulation where they lost or dropped points consecutively there a few weeks or months ago, and they didn't let it derail them. They're able to get back into or stay within the pack and stay within the bunch. But the reason I won't probably go in and say, yeah, they'll win the league or I really give them a great chance is because they're still, like you kind of alluded to, Grizz, very much an unknown quantity or an unproven quantity, because you can blame teams all you want in February and March, but as Chris says, look, those last 10 games very much becomes, it's not so much anymore about how great you play the football. It's all a mentality thing. The last 10 games is all a mentality thing. And the last 2-3 times Arsenal have been in that mentality stage of the season, they've kind of failed, haven't they? And that's not me having a jab. They've kind of failed, the top 4 with Tottenham, the league with us. So, like I said, they got over the hurdle of the derailing a few weeks ago, but we will see. What we'll learn about Arsenal is the last 10 games. That's when you'll kind of find out.
And I think I'm excited to see that as well, because it looks like right now we've got our key players available. And then the 2 runs you mentioned, we had Partey out injured, Saliba out injured. So we've been kind of unfortunate in that run where, if City are going towards the end of the season, you kind of always seem to have your main players, De Bruyne, Haaland available, and City have Salah and Van Dijk available. Our players haven't been as reliable, and that's why I think there's a massive reason why Mikel Arteta replaced Partey in the summer, because he saw that, this is a player that keeps getting injured in the most important parts of the season. So that's what being an issue for this year.
example, and I was having a debate with an Arsenal fan today, or a couple of Arsenal fans. Shout out to the Arsenal fans that I was having a debate with. For example, City in 2 weeks' time or 3 weeks' time, that league game out thing. Do you put in Zinchenko and Partey into a team?
No, because our team is different now. But I might start Timber if he was obviously match up. Obviously, I won't because he's not going to be match up. But
this is my point.
I think our team has definitely improved, and I agree.
Your team is set and has been playing pretty much the same formation, same players. Just because Partey is fit now and Zinchenko is fit now, do you throw them in the biggest game of Arteta? Does Arteta throw him in the biggest game of his career so far?
We don't have to. We might, but we don't have to. That's what I was saying. Zinchenko, no, because he's not really great defensively. But Partey, on his day and he's fully fit, he gets into the team for sure. But we don't have to now because we've got depth like Jorginho who can play there and he's very reliable. And I definitely thank Chelsea for that because that was a fantastic move for us and not really for them. £12 million. And I feel when Partey plays right now, even today, I know it's his first performance in months. It gives me a sense of uncomfort at times. He's just not as reliable on the ball. He might lose it here and there, but he's on his day a very good player. But he's more rhythm based. He needs to play a few more games before that.
I don't remember you giving such good words to Jorginho when he was at Chelsea. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because he's a Chelsea player.
Scathing words from
and also your fans don't give your players good words anyways. Your fans hate half your players anyway. So if it's not coming from your fan base, who's it going to come from? And I'm sure you're taken back now over Enzo Fernandez, Lee Cattermole, but Argentine.
Lee who? Cattermole.
The Argentine Lee Cattermole. You know what I mean?
But we gotta remember that one. Okay.
But look, I think the difference between Arsenal this year and last year is our depth is there for sure, but also we've got different styles of playing now. We can go long to Havertz, and I will say, by the way, him playing up front today for the last 2 games has been spectacular. The performance he's put in, Havertz up front, and the fact that we're scoring 30 plus goals in 2024, and Havertz is our striker. It's a nice thing because of course Arsenal are going to invest in the summer, and that's where we're going to get our main number 9. So we're doing it without it right now. It's looking nice.
I was going to say, man, can
scary, aren't they?
Can Jesus get back in the team? Can Jesus get back in the team?
I think right now that's Havertz's position. Right now he's got it, and until he puts in poor performances, because the thing with Jesus was if he was a clinical striker, he'd get into the team straight away. But his job is to improve other players. But right now Havertz is doing the same. He's very two-way. He goes left and right, and he goes to help Saka out and he goes to help Martinelli out. And up front he causes most defensive issues. We've seen him against Liverpool, in the game of the Emirates, and even the first game in the FA Cup, which I know he missed a few chances, but he still caused issues. And I think that's key part of Havertz is he always generates some sort of opportunities, and whether he scores them or not is different. But he's very much a confidence player. He's bagged the goal against Newcastle up front. He then bagged the goal again today, and that finish was pure confidence. First time.
It was a good finish.
Very good finish. It was devastating, and I like that. And it's a lot of our players right now have built the confidence up in the perfect moment because we've got City in a couple games time.
I heard Turkish say on AFTV that he wants Jesus to start in the return game against Porto, but seems like there's
I would stick Havertz up front still because he's put his performances up front. Whenever he plays up front, he might miss chances, but he would generate so much more. And the rest of the team is fluid right now as well.
I don't know about you lads, but I didn't have it on my bingo list this season that I'd hear Arsenal fans saying they prefer Havertz to start over Jesus.
It's Mikel Arteta's effect for you, isn't it? Yeah, it's a Mikel Arteta thing.
Mikel's
it's a surprise. Mikel's a man, and I think it's also a wise conversation to have because if you look at what he's done with Ødegaard, who was like almost seen as a failed wonder kid, come to Arsenal, he's now one of the key players. Havertz is starting to find his feet as well. It eludes the conversation of you look at other wonder kids around Europe, players that maybe haven't quite found their feet, and how many more players Mikel Arteta could save and bring to the best. Because there's a lot of quality out there, and I think a lot of it comes down to systems. And Havertz at Chelsea, I think he was always given the wrong environment. But if you give these players the right environment, and I'll give you good examples.
Jorginho is hurting Matisse, Look at
Matisse. I just want to.
Every time Jorginho
I'm seeing GRIZZ. No. Hold on.
It's hurting him. It's hurting you, bro. I could hear. He's itching. He's like, let me add some negativity to this. I can see you, bro.
I'm seeing GRIZZ smiling. I've seen SAEED has uploaded a video. Arsenal are scary.
That seems to be the trend nowadays, isn't it?
I'm seeing the algorithms working.
I'm just saying, it's hurting you, man.
Some people in the chat people in
I'm
the chat are
listening to
saying-
Bhavs. I'm listening to Bhavs wax lyrical about Havertz,
Hold
and
on.
I'm seeing certain
I
faces.
know.
No,
I'm seeing certain faces.
Grizz,
No,
Grandma,
Chelsea holding
people
him
in the
back.
chat are saying, when are you going to apologise to Kai Havertz? Because Chelsea players are
what?
doing well at Arsenal. I should be
What were you
scared.
apologising for?
Let me name
We
some
don't need
players.
apologies,
No,
man.
hold on,
We
hold
don't
on,
need apologies.
hold
It's
on.
fine.
You
We're
don't
not
need
asking for it.
apologies.
You
Tell
can
him,
keep
Buzz.
it.
You don't need
name
your
some-
apologies, man.
Let me
We don't
name-
need your
let me-
apologies.
Hold on. Let me name. I don't want. I'm not going to
You don't get
apologise. Do you see? Does this sound like an apology's coming? Let me
Go
name
on,
some
go on.
players. Let me
Go
name
on.
some players that
Apologise.
won trophies that came from Arsenal. Right? Ashley
continue.
Cole. Yeah. Cesc
Wow.
Fabregas. Yeah.
Yeah, continue.
Giroud. Yeah?
Yeah.
You want me to go through my names? I
I mean, I don't know why this got so personal. I wasn't even talking about Chelsea, brother. You
Now,
can
there's a
stay
bit
in
of
the
history.
bottom half
There's a
and
bit of
that.
history, Babs. There's
No,
a
I'm
bit
just
of
giving
history.
you some
That's why.
history
It's just-
because
it's very emotional,
because-
Matisse.
There's a bit of
No,
history
no.
on this show
No, I'm
about
just
that.
giving you some. I'm just giving you some history because Arsenal fans are too quick with it. They're too quick with it, and they're
No
doing
more
it again.
presenting now.
If this guy doesn't bag, if this guy plays up front and doesn't bag in the Champions League knockout stages, and you go out because of it, yeah.
Why?
If this
Why?
guy
Because of
doesn't-
him?
if-
Why him?
if
Why him
this guy
only?
doesn't-
Why him
because
only?
Because he's a 65 million pound striker. That's why. If
Listen,
he
it's a
doesn't
team
bag,
game. It's a
if he
team
doesn't
game, man.
bag in the big games that decide the title, and you
mean,
don't win
look,
because
Matisse,
of it, it's gonna be a problem.
If we're talking
Nah,
about
Buzz, don't
bagging,
let him
I'm
have that, man.
pretty
Don't let him
sure.
have that.
One sec. If we're talking about bagging,
Go
I'm
bag
pretty
when it
sure
matters, bro.
I'm pretty sure he's also bagged more open play goals than Cole Palmer. So
Bro,
I
these
don't
stats-
get this, you know. I'm just.
Is that true?
Is
It's
he
very
play-
cold out
is
here,
he-
Matisse. You might need a jacket because
Bro,
look, I think
this is-
ultimately, Matisse. Before look, I get it. You're a very emotional person about.
No, I'm gonna.
It is what it is. I can sense it. I can sense it.
No, I'm gonna clap back to
But
that stat.
ultimately, he's doing all right now. I don't know why Chelsea fans are so affected by it. I didn't even mention Chelsea in the conversation. So
Let me host. Let me host.
No,
man,
no,
man.
hold on.
Let me host me.
Hold on.
Matisse, let me host, man.
Hold on.
Let Grizz host.
Hold on.
Yo. Let me host, man.
You got swap. You got substitution.
Go on, blam him.
Hold on,
Right now,
hold on.
Matisse. Blam him.
Hold on.
I order you to blam him.
Hold on.
Matisse, man, go back in your bottom left, man. Go back in your bottom left.
Bro,
You don't belong up here.
Yeah, bottom half
Listen.
team stay in the bottom half.
listen. You need to listen. You need to listen to me right now. You need to listen. Yeah, this brother didn't cost 65 million pounds. Playing up
Ref
front,
substitute.
playing up front for the mighty Arsenal.
Maya
Yeah?
Quadri.
For you to start making comparisons with Cole Palmer, who cost 20 million less. Let me tell you something, right? If this brother does not bag when it matters, not now against Sheffield United, against the Blades, when it matters most against Manchester City, when it matters most in the knockout stages of the Champions League, if I hear any slander for Kingdom Kai, if he doesn't deliver at the highest stage,
Kai.
you
It's
lot
so
are
bad.
getting absolutely blammed. All platforms, you will be finished. I will come for all of you. I will defend
Yeah.
Kai Havertz like he's my child.
Yeah,
You
I
understand,
object.
Bhavs?
I
You
object.
will
Keep
be in
the
big trouble.
context.
Money
Of
company.
course,
big trouble.
context is important.
I
But Matisse,
object.
you mentioned it that
Matisse,
he
keep
needs
the
to make a
context.
difference in the what's that? Matisse mentioned the fact that right that Havertz needs to make a difference in big games. I mean, we beat Liverpool this year. Havertz started up front. We beat Man City twice this year. Havertz started up front. It seems to be that Havertz is playing in those big games, and it seems to Arsenal winning. I don't know. Maybe there might be a correlation there.
So you're new. You're new to this position. Ask Hugh and Grizz when the big games are. Ask
Let's
Grizz and
rewind.
Hugh when the big games are. Ask them when
Let's
the big games
rewind.
are. Because you're new.
Tobs
You're new.
wants to tap in like
Tap
I.
in, bro. Tap in. Tap in.
the thing is, Kai
WWE
Havertz-
tag team.
Kai Havertz played. Listen, I watched
Yes.
the
What
game
about
today. He
Madison,
played
man?
well
Talk about
today.
Madison.
He played well today. He took his goal well. I didn't watch the Burnley game, but I heard he played well. But I just want to zero in on that point you made around, he's played in the big games and we win. No, brother, you're winning in most cases. You're winning in spite of Kai Havertz. You're
Incorrect.
not winning, and he's a key player. You're winning in spite of Kai Havertz.
I disagree.
Right? So you mentioned these big games. Liverpool at home, fair. Even though I don't think he played that well, he caused them problems. Give me this other big game where Kai Havertz has been this important player for Arsenal.
Look, we beat Man City twice this year. Once in the Community Shield and once in the Premier League.
Okay. So when you beat
And
Man
one
City,
sec, let me complete that, by the
you
way.
beat Man
So
City
he
twice.
came off the bench
What did
against Man
Havertz do
City.
what did Havertz do in both games?
Okay, well, one thing is called assisting the winning goal, and that's what he did against Man City at the Emirates. Is that enough?
Oh my days. A knockdown header. No. A
Well, I
knockdown
mean, it's an
header.
assist.
And
That pass leads to the shot that scores the winning goal. But he still assisted. But I didn't lie there, did I? He assisted the winning goal. It is what it is. It's not a Sergio Busquets to Messi where he doesn't get Real Madrid. It was a assist. And the point was, I mean, you're missing the point there. The reason why that makes sense as well is because Havertz has been brought into Arsenal to give us also a different dimension in terms of profiles, in terms of going long. And what was that example against City? We were able to go long to Havertz, who knocked it down to Martinelli. We can't do that to Jesus. We can't go long towards him. He's not got the same size or stature. But my point is, before Havertz signed for Arsenal, one sec, before Havertz signed for Arsenal, we had not beaten Man City in a very, very long time. Havertz signed for Arsenal, we got beat them twice. And he plays a part in both of those, whether you think is key or not, he plays a part. He's played a part in our big games. I think Matisse was saying yes in terms of big moments. And I think in big moments, Havertz has, in those big games, he has turned up. He's been one of the better players. Against Liverpool, he got Konate sent off. Konate, who's better than Saliba, he got him sent off. Do you know what I mean? I'm just saying. So what is that then? So if you're creating an impact, if you watch the game against Liverpool and he's creating impact, he's causing chaos, he's causing menace, he gets their best defender sent off or second best defender gets sent off. I mean, does that not impact? Is that just him, I don't know, having a lucky game? I'm confused. What does he have to do? Does he have to score a bicycle kick every game to be considered good?
We don't need to do this. If that's your definition of turning up, then
I mean, it is though. In the big games, he has turned up. As in, if you ask any Arsenal fan, I'm not saying, by the way, that Havertz has turned up every single game. By the way, I don't mean it's a perfect signing, but in those big games, he, as an Arsenal fan, he's made a difference. In those City games, the Community Shield, he's causing them issues. That's Diaz and Stones. They say we're gonna get the Emirates as well. So if we go to the Etihad, I would start Havertz over Jesus because I think Havertz will cause the centre backs more issues. I would.
Calm. That's your
I hear it, but Bhavs beat up Matisse so badly there. He said, "I'm not hosting anymore."
Bro, can't lie, man. That was W's in the chat for Bhavs.
I agree, man. He had answers.
I don't understand. If I don't say anything because I don't want to continue such a crazy and ridiculous discussion.
I don't think it is ridiculous. He has turned up in big games, and I'm giving you examples of why.
He's turned up in big games. You may as well sign Jan Koller if that's the case to get knockdowns or whatever. We can't. But he has turned up in those big games. He has, and you can deny all you want, but I've seen he won those games because of him. Go sign Jan Koller. Yeah,
you got Kai Havertz.
You know what it is with Havertz, man? With Havertz, I don't understand. It's like the way I was with Jack Grealish the first time round. I don't know how you can go in on him so much when they're winning.
That's what I was going to say.
Convincingly, I don't know how you can hate that much on the guy when they're winning.
I'm not hating.
You hate the guy.
How is it hating to say that he's not turned up in all the big games they played this season? That's literally not hate. That's a fact. He has not turned up in all the big games they played this season. He hasn't even turned up.
Tobs, you said in spite of Havertz, but in those games against City and Liverpool, it wasn't in spite of Havertz. Havertz turned up in those games. Those specific games against two of the best teams in the league, he turned up. I mean, Grizz, we'll go to Liverpool fan here. At the Emirates, did Kai Havertz turn up or did he not? I'm confused. Was he causing issues or not?
I don't. You probably missed the reason why I'm smiling.
I gave you that Arsenal Liverpool game.
Bhavs, the reason why I'm smiling like a Cheshire cat.
But that's the big games, though, no?
The reason cool. He played in the FA Cup. How was his performance in the FA Cup?
It was poor. I'm not saying he's always turned up, but there's 3 of the 4 examples he's turned up. That's the majority, isn't it?
You just said he's in the big games he's played this season. He's turned up. And I gave you a big game, and he was dog shit. He missed every.
You gave me one example out of 4. The majority still goes in Havertz's favour. I'm confused.
How does the majority go in Havertz's favour?
Because against City, the Community Shield.
List the big games he's played this. No, wait. List the big games he's played in this season, and then give me how many good performances he's played in those big games.
The 2 biggest games for Arsenal is City and Liverpool, and the 3 of the 4 occasions we played them.
That's not what I asked you. That's not what I said.
I mean, that's the question about. Well, that's the answer you're getting.
Okay, that's what I thought. Why don't you list all the games then? Why don't you list all the games? If he's the big game bully.
Who said he's a big game bully, by the way? You're saying stuff that I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
He does this, man.
He turns up in big games. So
I'm not a Sheffield United fan, bro. Just calm down. Calm down. That's what Arsenal.
He does this. He does a straw man argument every time with me. Every week.
It's not straw man.
He says things and I didn't say it.
It's not straw man. The thing is, you man will say, "Oh, I'm being unbearable. I'm doing this." No, I'm gegenpressing man who want to sensationalize things, right? Because when this guy was stinking up the joint earlier on this season, I wasn't hearing all this. Now he's playing well. Yes, give him his dues, but let's not revise history and pretend that this guy's been firing on all cylinders for Arsenal and he's turning up in big games.
But I've not said any of that. I've not said any of that. I mean, all I've said is in those big games he's turned up. I know he's been important in other games. I've said that before, time and time again. But when the player has his impact, you have to give it to him, and he has in those games. I watched him. And he had an impact.
Did I not say he played well today?
No, but you no, I'm not talking about today. You said she had big moments, and I said City at home when we beat them at the Emirates, and he got the assist for the winner, and that counts. Right. That's an impact to the game. If that's a physical impact, that's literal impact. It's not even like he had a good performance, and we just saw good passes. He literally impacted the winning goal. I mean, what else do you want?
A deflected goal off a speculative
is the winning goal.
All right, cool.
Is the winning goal.
Don't worry.
It gets you 3 points. So we win a title at the end of it. That will be a massive part of it.
I should have known what I was coming up against because I know how you are on Twitter. So this is how you can be. It's fine.
It's nothing to do with Twitter. I've watched Arsenal in those big games and I've seen Havertz make an impact. I don't know if you've not seen it, but it is what it is, isn't it? I can't do much. I'm
gonna ask Turkish if we can get Bhavs on the North London show. The Derby.
Yeah, for real.
We're gonna do something.
Box to box, man. Box to box.
Yeah,
special.
Do something. If Havertz turns up, rocks up, because you better have something for me, Toby. Spurs, pride of North London, better have some. Yeah.
Imagine he scores a winner.
You better have something for me, Toby. Because we might need you to be your performance.
Don't be looking for.
We might need young Collar, mate.
Don't rely on your fucking.
Come on.
I think it's in April. Towards the end of the season. It's going to be an important game.
Yeah. You're top of the league. You do your thing. You win all your games. You win the league title. Stop looking to Spurs for favors. Yeah.
Cool, man. Favor. You're my friend, innit? Are you not my brother? I mean, you're not brothers.
Like the referees of the weekend.
There's no change in his mind. Havertz could score a hat-trick in that derby, and Poch just come on and say, he's still tackling Dorothy.
It's like that Lampard interview. Deflected goal, didn't count, went wide.
Yeah.
That's what it is, isn't it? I get it. Look, Toby, agenda's got an agenda in it. It is what it is.
Arsenal.
Oh my God! I can't believe this is actually being painted as agenda.
Arsenal winning the Premier League will make or break social media. I am convinced. The day they do it, I think X will shut down.
We hope so.
The site will glitch. If they don't, I think it will be.
That's just one of so many mad fixtures coming up. I think we're running into possibly the best title race ever. Like I think.
Yeah.
Someone tell me if there's ever been something like where there's 3 teams in it, and then the next 3 teams are in their own little battles and they play each other. Because that's mad. I've never seen anything like this. And I've seen much more than all of you guys put together, probably. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not that old, bro. So,
you know what I mean? But yeah, it's mad. It's mad. It's proper mad. I can't wait.
Life in the old dog, man.
Why is Tobs moving like this? The only trophy he will see his team win in his lifetime is this emoji right here. Says Ramon.
Speaking there, brother. I know that's an Arsenal fan. You better win. You
You must.
Man's got you on lock, bro. He's locked in on your username, where you're tweeting from, where you live. He's got it all locked, bro.
He's got the IP address ready.
Notice how Bhavs stays calm and collected while the other ones arguing against him get louder and louder. That's the definition of getting pocketed. Hold, says Joe.
Thank you.
All right, cool.
Not a Kai fan, but Jesus shouldn't be rushed back to the starting 11. Havertz annoys me because he plays shy on the pitch, but wasn't shy to demand 290k, says Triple G. That's actually hilarious. That's a good one. Bhavs, ignore these lot. They're not used to anyone defending Arsenal each week. They normally have a free run.
I'm pretty sure everyone praised Arsenal.
I know Turkish is watching. He's got your number.
We always pray Arsenal, to be fair though.
That's mad.
SAEED loves it. Arsenal's scary already.
Nah. You don't always
The
praise Arsenal.
Captain.
The reason why I was smiling like a Cheshire cat, Bhavs, the reason why I was smiling like a Cheshire cat throughout that segment is because I said this about Havertz about 3 weeks ago, where I said, as long as he's crucial, I think me and Hughie,
he needs defining moments for sure.
Yeah. Me and Hughie were saying it's the collective that counts. And if he plays the majority of the games and the collective takes you to a certain point,
of course.
Shut up sometimes.
Exactly.
No, it's fine. You can put up, but it's just mad.
You're not you. I'm just saying everyone.
Me and Tobs. Yeah, but the thing is, me and Tobs have invested stocks in Arsenal not winning anything, so we're pretty happy to continue investing those stocks.
Keep hate watching.
It's a long-term investment. It's not something that we're doing willy-nilly. We've been here investing for quite some time. So
Just
it's
in the
fine.
process, I appreciate it.
Now, if
Before
the
we
plumbing,
sign off on Arsenal as well, Saka was cold today, and Odegaard was cold as well. He's been cold for.
Odegaard's
He
been
was
so
pissed
cold
off when he
recently.
came off, though,
He's
innit?
been
You
cold
see
for a couple
Saka's
months
face.
now, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he was carrying something, but he went off, and it's good that we could take Saka off.
And
I
Martinelli
think that's-
injury, though. Martinelli injury. What's that situation?
I don't know how serious that is, man, because I saw the injury back or the foul itself, and it was more of an impact thing. So it didn't look like he twisted anything or he, fell awkwardly onto it. So it's just, hopefully it's not that deep. But even you had Jesus playing on the wide, and then you could put Trossard as well. So there's some players available now, and I think we'll see how Timber returns as well. But I'm not expecting massive things from Timber. He's come back after long-term ACL in the most important part of the season. But if he can have an impact, then I'll take it.
So someone's these people are quick in it on social media. Someone's just sent me Havertz versus Maddison comparisons and stats. And
What's it looking like? Are you gonna get a share screen?
I don't know, man. Now
Share
we've got
it,
with
share
time.
it. We have eyes.
No.
We have eyes.
He said we got time
We
today.
have eyes.
Nah,
We have eyes.
that's for another. That's for another show, man.
We have eyes,
That's for another
brother.
show.
We have eyes. We have eyes. Yeah.
Read the
We
stats.
have
up.
eyes.
Read the stats.
Bro.
I want you to read the stats.
That's
Read
my
them.
guy.
Read the stats.
That's my guy, Madison, man.
Read them.
Listen,
I'm pretty
Footballing
sure
genius.
he's got probably like one GNA less than Odegaard. A man gonna tell me that he
Madison
should tax
Odegaard.
Odegaard too?
I don't know about Odegaard, but yeah. But these were a bit
Well,
damning.
he's got one GNA less than
For a
Odegaard.
footballing genius.
Grizz got
How
the
many is
people.
the Hungarian
Love
team
it.
Gerrard?
Investigate.
Chris, we need to
Why
hear
is this
the stats.
Investigators.
How many GNAs do
Chris, the mic is
Steven
yours.
Gerrard?
We need the
Why are
stats
they
now.
calling Patterson, bro? What the fuck is wrong with
He's switching on me. He's switching on me.
you? Why are they
No,
calling him
I'm just asking a question. I said, how many GNA does the Hungarian Steven Gerrard have?
Hungarian Steven Gerrard.
Oh, Patterson is crazy.
Aye, he did say that. He did say that, Bhavs. He did say that, Grizz. So,
Shut up, man.
Oh,
You're
I thought
annoying
he
me
was
today. You
asking.
know that.
Everyone's getting
That's
caught in a
what I
crossfire,
That's
bro.
what I
But
thought.
no, Saeed's annoying me
Comma,
today.
comma.
bro, what's up, man?
That's what I
He
thought.
asked the question.
I'm gonna
Who's
show you what's
Hungarian Steven Gerrard?
Anyway, sorry.
Uh,
People just keep sending me stuff, man.
Super
Oh,
chat
man.
here.
I'm gonna ignore him. I'm gonna ignore it.
Julian saying Matisse is more rattled by Kai Havertz playing well than he has been by the state of his shit club since Roman Daddy got deported. Arsenal effect. Why is Matisse moving like this? Remember where your team is in the table. Matisse, stop trying to beef us, bro. We're not your ops anymore. Also, Grizz, chat is calling you G Diddy. You need a fix up, bro. SAEED ain't linking you at the freak off. Lord Evans. I don't know.
Bro, these super chats are getting mad.
Mad. Yeah,
That's
what the hell?
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
That's wild.
You should have known by his flipping.
Yeah,
emojis,
sorry.
man. You know what I mean?
I wasn't
When you
even
just look at the emojis and then you'll find out if these guys are all right in the head, man.
fucking.
That's
Make a
it.
profile pic.
Huh?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I didn't even see the profile pic. I'm looking at on a different screen.
Okay.
Now I need to like vet all of these super chats here. Now that I'm reading,
No,
let's
no,
move
mine,
on.
I'll vet him. Don't worry.
Yeah.
This is Liverpool one. Yeah, Liverpool.
Let's move on to Liverpool. 1-0 win against Forest away. Bro, you got out just in time. Nunez, the guy that's been under
man
the
again.
microscope. Yep. Go on.
That man
talk on
again
it,
is
talk on
that
it.
25 goals and assists now. Madness. Comes off an injury thing. Yeah, we were. Wow, it was a difficult watch in the first half, but I knew from the lineup it's going to be. If you told me 2024, we're going to be starting Joe Gomez, Bobby Clark, and Alexis McAllister in midfield, and we're going to be starting Harvey Elliott up front. No Salah, no Nunez, no Jota. Yeah, I would have said, yeah, no Trent and all of them, man. I would have said, yeah, let's just get the win and get out of there and go again. And that's exactly what we done. I didn't want us to win with the last kick of when I say I didn't want us, I didn't expect us to win in the last kick of the game in the manner it did. But I knew it's going to be a 1-goal win, a scrappy game, and that's exactly what it was. But as I said, just like the Man City Brentford game a couple of weeks ago, do you remember, Hughie, where you won 1-0 and you just get out of there with the 3 points? It was one of those ones, you get the 3 points and you keep it moving. Huge last-second goals. We've all had last-second goals. Do you remember Rice scoring against Luton in the last header of the game? Very similar. These count, man. These count. We've got this mad. That's Nunez has won us 15 points now. 15 points. He's won us. He's coming up clutch, man. But I want to shout out Alexis McAllister, man, because he was surrounded by nobodies, man. Joe Gomez is not a DM, man. I love Joey G, and he's been the redemption story from a Liverpool point of view, apart from Virgil, of course. Joe Gomez, so many people wanted him gone. He played left back, right back, DM in one game. He's Mr. Utility. People are calling him, Joe Milner. He's the new Joe Milner, man. Yeah, it's just one of those ones we must. I see people sending me clips of some of the watch-alongs that were taking place up and down the YouTube industry. You know what I mean? People were like smiling away at the screens and saying, ain't easy. Certain mans were saying, ain't easy. No, it wasn't.
Aint
It wasn't
Febreezeh.
easy. Yeah, it went, yeah. Do you remember in New York, he goes, ain't easy, so we make it easy.
And then he missed.
I feel sick, man. I feel sick, man. Seriously. I hate this club, man. Can't stand these lot, man.
Anyway, listen. Let me not get distracted. McAllister. McAllister was a bit sublime, man. Sublime. Had to work with what he's got around him and up front. And just even at that, when everyone's panicking, the normal thing to do is just chuck the ball in with your right foot or spread it to the right wing or right back, and then he swings it in. No, he had the vision and the composure to turn back, wait for Nunez to come back onside. And then he knew he didn't aim for Nunez solely directly for Nunez. He just put it into that area where he knew Virgil and Nunez was the corridor of uncertainty. And then Nunez, I don't know about you guys, I don't think it was an easy header. I think it was a very difficult
It was a good header. Very good header.
Yeah, but the way he made it look easy, and that's it, man. Scenes, limbs, these it was crucial. It was crucial that we go into the City game ahead of them. And it's massively crucial that we get something out of the City game, and then we have a 2-week break where we can try to recover some of the injured players. Because after the international plays, we're hoping a lot of the players come back. We can't sustain playing with the kids. I admit it. It's not sustainable. Even though we've been magnificent in this last month. Since the defeat to... Who did we lose to? I can't remember our defeats. No.
No?
Arsenal. Yeah. Since the defeat to Arsenal, we had to go back on another winning run. And we've done that. And that's the only way we were going to stay ahead of this best team in Europe, And, of course, one of the best teams of all time. But plucky Liverpool, all of that are top of the table as we go into a hectic, mad March. No, April now? What month are we in? April.
March.
Shit.
March, we're going to April.
Yeah, March.
Just started March though. Steady.
Bro, this is what football's doing to us at the moment. We don't know what time it is every time. Everyone's playing every 2 days, 3 days. You know what I mean? It's mad, but it's exciting. And I'm very happy to be part of this title running because a lot of people didn't expect Liverpool to be anywhere near here except certain GRIZZ Khan. So...
That's true.
Sometimes
true.
listen to me always.
You know what's mad though? Your tweet was crazy though, big Chris. Your tweet, even though I don't want to expose you, you did think it was over, and then literally a second later,
I didn't delete it.
No. That's what I'm saying. That it's fun. That's how it's mad.
That's how football works. I tweeted. Guess when I tweeted? Yeah, I know. You know when Simicast blast that volley, and it got blocked, and it was the 97-minute, 50 seconds, and I said, I knew there's going to be a game too far for the kids, blah 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 blah. And then, they scored, and I said, football, hey? I didn't delete it because that's what football's about. You should know it's all about emotions. You tweet what you feel at the time, right? Yeah. Otherwise, you wouldn't have a career, if you didn't do that. So, it's like... it's what we do. It's what you do, man.
Don't have this.
It's what we do. It's what
this
we
is
do.
why Liverpool need to be stopped. Did you realise that? This is why Liverpool need to be stopped, man.
Besides next
Just
title,
to see.
Liverpool need to be stopped.
Yeah, Liverpool need to be stopped,
Bro, that's it, yeah.
Listen, we're
the king anyway, so I learned
his last title was I hate Liverpool. That's it.
Look, I admit
I'm not doing no more titles anymore.
I admit and accept with if we're third favourites out of the three. Even though we're top.
I bet you'd like that, wouldn't you?
But listen to the confidence of
no
the
more
other
big
two.
dogs.
Am I wrong?
Are you big dogs or are you not? Are you big dogs or not?
Oh, we're big dogs.
I think
we've shown it.
I think he's right in the sense they're third right now because
but seven of our big dogs.
They're the
seven of our big dogs are in the
underdogs.
They're the underdogs.
Underdogs.
Seven of our big dogs are at the vets.
No, I agree.
So, you know what I mean? Let them get healed up.
Don't talk about us, man. Speak about your club, man. That's it. Don't. But you know
It is
what
what it is, man.
what I will give you credit for, this idea that people say is not sustainable. Listen, when you're winning games like that, bro, nobody gives a shit, man. Last minute winners are last minute winners, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially when you're in a title race. So that's what I wanted to give you.
It's I think there's a stat going around. You guys know I'm not one for stats unless people send them to me. So can someone tell me in the chat? I don't know how many we got. Probably what 7K plus? How many we got in the chat?
7, yeah, plus 7 more.
Yeah, 7K. Yeah.
Can someone find me how many goals we've scored in the last minute this season in terms of winning points? And that is not fluke. These things don't happen. Remember when Fergie used to do it? It's not fluke.
Yeah.
City, how many times have Man City done it? Arsenal have become a knack of doing it as well. The good teams.
Both of you is 8 goals. I think it's 8 goals. Both of you and Arsenal scored past 90 minutes.
It's just joint. It's pretty close.
It's just continuation of pressure. You wear teams down. You know what I mean? You play in the opposition box and you pressurize. And sometimes you got to work towards that. I knew we're going to have to look to our bench to change the game from the starting lineup. And that's what we done. We took it to the brink a bit too much for my nerves. But the end result was all that counts. And it was huge before we go into, of course, a massive fixture. Even though we've got Europa on Thursday, I'm already looking at Sunday. We will be there.
I got PTSD from that Liverpool game. I can't lie. I got like flashbacks to 2019. It's what's most sick. I put Liverpool second favorite, to be honest, because I said Arsenal are slightly unproven regarding like those last 10 games, the mentality stage I talk about. Liverpool are proven, but I got PTSD like just when you think, and I had tweets in my drafts ready to go. Laugh at Liverpool. I did. I'm an honest man. I had tweets in my drafts.
Same.
Just when you think they're about to give you a bit of respite or give you a little W in your own right, go and do something like that. So annoying the way they do that, man. But and I think GRIZZ is right. It's no coincidence. It's no fluke. It's no luck. Klopp's a great manager, and he makes his teams resilient, and they go right to the end. And that's what
it's the substitution. People keep talking about his lack of changes last season or seasons gone by, and I've praised his changes this time. And guess what, guys? It was every single sub made the difference. Simicast's shot gets blocked, goes for the corner. Soberslide takes the corner. McAllister chips it to Nunez, who scores the goal. It's mad how it works.
Is Salah fit for Sunday, GRIZZ?
Yeah, Salah's.
He's gonna play, man.
Breaking news: Salah returns to training tomorrow. Exclusive on Big Six.
As if you even asked Hugh. Come on. You think Mo Salah's missing that game?
Salah's been making him sure.
You think Salah's gonna miss that game? No chance.
Salah has been.
I don't keep track of Salah's injuries, do I?
Yeah,
Salah's been toasting up for this one. He's ready.
No. You can't say that. 6 weeks he's been out for, if I'm not mistaken. I know he made a little cameo where he got a goal and assist, and because we needed it at the time, but he aggravated the injury. I think he plays hopefully 30 minutes against Sparta Prague on Thursday, and if he comes through that, then hopefully, because we need him. We ain't rocking up to City with all due respect to Billy Clark and McConnell and Dan's and these man. We ain't rocking up playing against Man City against these kids and winning. We're not. We're a miracle club, but that's one too much. We need the big dogs. Big dogs.
Matisse getting flashbacks. Listen to you reel off those names. Damn the man who can. And
no,
Billy Clark.
I've got no problem with reading off those names. Great players in their own right.
I checked the Premier fixtures, and the thing is, you lot have got 3 successive. In the Premier League, you got 3 successive home games. So if you can beat Man City, then I feel like you can really sort of consolidate your position at the top. Because I'm trying to remember. Let me even quickly double check. So I think
we've got Brent. I'll tell you, innit? I tell you. We've got Brighton and Brentford at home. Sorry, Brentford? Palace
Sheffield
and
United.
No. We've got Palace and
I'm looking at it right now. So you got Man City this Sunday.
Yeah.
Then Brighton
next 2 home games.
Then Sheffield United at home on the 4th of April. And then after
who's the one before Sheffield United? Who's the one before Sheffield United? Brighton, yes. So Brighton would be a bit tricky because they've got a good record against us in recent times. They always give us a good game. But you're right. 100% you're right. I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to sit on the fence. if we can beat City and go 4 points clear, knowing that the City's next league game after us is against Arsenal,
Exactly.
right?
I'm saying, consolidate.
Whatever the result in that game, as long as we can capitalize on our home game, we could possibly,
Be favourites.
possibly, if
You'd be
Arsenal
favourites.
win, go 7 points clear of City. Possibly, I'm saying, guys. Or Arsenal could drop points, and if it's a draw, we go 5 points clear of City. But as I said, Brighton will be tricky, and that's obviously we have to win against City first. All focus, all eyes on Anfield this Sunday against Man City.
If you
First
beat
and
City,
foremost.
do you become favourites? If you beat City?
If they beat City, they become favourites.
If we beat
Gotta be, man.
City, if we
He's
beat
beating City is
City,
a
I
massive
think I'll the first time this. I told you lot this anyway. You lot just don't listen to me. I said when we beat
Didn't
City,
confirm it.
if we beat City, I the first time this season I'll call us favourites. But if we beat City, and it's going to be a tall. Look, we may have some players coming back, but they're not
It's
optimum.
doable. You're Anfield.
We're not playing our optimum. The players are not in their peak fitness and form.
To get to a rhythm.
Rewind 5-6 weeks before we got all the injuries, I would have been very confident because we were rotating right at the time. We were resting players, and everything was smooth. They're all coming back slowly in drips and drabs, but these two are in far better form. But let's see.
This super chat here says, my guy SAEED TV is 1 of 1. Bro did the best avoiding watching Liverpool than the last 30 seconds. He said 2 points dropped for Liverpool. 2 seconds later, they score.
That was
You
mad.
can't make it up.
It happened again, bro. It happened
Yeah,
again.
man. Stop talking about Liverpool on
Bro,
stream.
I wasn't doing
Don't
it.
stop.
I was literally,
Aki, don't stop.
bro.
No,
I was
I'm
meant
at
to end
the
the
point
stream.
now. I don't buy into this stuff, but I'm at the point now. Stop talking about Liverpool in content.
Yeah, he loves
I
it.
told you see, I had a trophy on the line. I told him to stop. He didn't stop. Now you would
didn't
have got a
stop.
trophy on the line. You tell him to stop. He ain't gonna stop.
This
You know he's
guy
gonna be there for the
doesn't
game
learn.
next weekend. He's gonna be there.
Bro, every game
listen.
he does it, and as soon as he talks, we score. It's mad.
If you win the league this year, Grizz, do you equal their leagues? Is it yeah?
Yeah, they do. They get 20.
Stop
Yeah, 20.
fucking talking about them then. Just drop it.
He's shook. He's so shook. He's so rattled.
Damn, that man's angry now. You won't. The blue sharks are swimming, bro. You need to stop.
At the beginning, I was like, this is a funny gimmick. Every time he talks, they score. Now it's getting to crunch time, and I'm starting to buy into it. You have
Bro, people are sending me like
war.
messages saying, bro, thank brother SAEED, go and buy him some Pakistani sweets. He's single-handedly leading Liverpool to a title charge.
Nah, man. I hate you lot, man.
Oh dear.
But yeah, man,
crazy.
we move.
Shouldn't it be judged for dangerous play when Ryan Yates ran from 15 meters and jumped from 5 with his knobs at head height? Can't understand. They then get hung up on the wrong drop. I don't know what's going on all there. But what did you guys make of refereeing decisions? All good with that? Fine with that? No problems?
Shambles, but I didn't watch the game, but I heard that he did something similar in Nottingham
First
Forest
half.
favor earlier on in the game. So yeah,
Also, I think it's justification, isn't it? Liverpool had points robbed against them against Spurs earlier in the season, so it goes both ways.
Yeah, it does balance out over the season, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
hold on. Are we gonna compare a goal being scored,
Oh,
the
shit.
official saying it's a
Oh,
goal,
shit. Oh,
and
shit.
not being communicated to a drop ball that's the equivalent of a goal?
Oh, here we go
kick or
again.
whatever
Why
you
did I
throw?
say that, bro?
Are we really doing this? Are we really
obviously it's
doing
not
this?
Apple. Obviously it's
I
not
tried
apples
to
for
keep
apples.
quiet because I thought you were going to give sensible
Yeah, but
answers.
obviously
But the
he
moment
doesn't mean
shit
it's
came out your
apple.
mouths, I had to intervene.
Obviously, it's not apples for apples, bro, Grizz. He's saying that you got dealt a
You said
bad
you didn't see
hand.
the incident.
You
know
got
that super
unlucky.
chat-
You got lucky. It's the same
did
thing,
see
isn't
the
it?
You said the
I
super
did
chat.
see the
We should have
incident.
got
I said
lucky when Odegaard played basketball at Anfield in your penalty area, and the referee said, "Yeah, that was a handball."
We also got very lucky when Van Dijk played basketball and gave the ball to Martinelli. So it happens. It goes both ways.
No, but we didn't get the decision. But this decision, if you don't really say, I'm gonna laugh.
No, but
it
my
off,
point
man.
is, look, it shouldn't have counted because of that. But as I said, you got robbed of a goal earlier, so I'm not going to sit here and go like
I'ma just laugh.
Liverpool get lucky and referees on their side. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
saying
yeah.
that.
Controversial, man. I think we should replay that game. That was disastrous. Monumental error. Fuck that. Corruption. Listen. The funny thing is, a lot of Liverpool fans or a lot of other fans as well spent years telling people Tierney is a shit referee, but now they want to realize, oh shit, he's a shit referee because it happened against Liverpool. It was a wrong decision. It didn't. But calma. It was like one of those decisions that happens in every single game. It was like a common mistake. He made the same mistake, Toby, in the first half, where Joe Gomez went down and he gave the ball to them.
That's what I was saying.
And
Like,
what that super chat was referring to, and obviously he used language that Matisse couldn't read out in one sentence because it would have been a poor situation. Yates fly kicked Konate in the penalty area. It should have been a free kick. So it was a wrong decision.
That so much. Yates. He's a
dirty.
You hate Yates too. Fucking hell, you hate.
He's a pure fuck.
The way he plays, he's a dirty.
Pure
I
fuck.
thought he was talking about the poet, bro.
He's a fuck, bro. He's
He's very aggressive. I gotta give it him. He's very aggressive, man.
Pure
just
fuck.
runs around kicking people, bro. He's a fuck.
He's the Nottingham Forest Lee Catmull.
Guys, big up yourselves watching the Big Six from work as I'm on my last shift out of 4. I know you're talking about Liverpool now. Tobs, you're spot on about Havertz as Bhavs. When everyone is fit, Kai doesn't start. Sorry to bring that back up, but just had to pay homage to the super chat, you know. Good super chats. This one, Werner can assist all he wants, but it doesn't change the fact that he's Werner. Havertz is still Havertz. That Arsenal guy's footballing IQ is about as high as your average 12-year-old. Don't have that, Bhavs.
Put some respect on Bhavs, man.
Put some respect
on
on
Bhavs. Top guy, man.
People allowed to have their own opinions. It's fine.
Don't have that, bro.
Bhavs is killing it, man.
Bhavs
Big up Bhavs, man.
He had Matisse leaving the hosting spot.
True, he did. I might never come back because it's my club now. I believe it's my club. Unless we want to talk about Tottenham next, maybe. No.
I don't know. The convo around Chelsea is a bit boring, isn't it? We just know.
I think so. I think so.
What
I
else
agree
can I
with
say?
you. Let's take a.
What? Chelsea's becoming relevant now. What are you trying to say, Bhavs? Chelsea's relevant.
No, as in like we know every week they have like inconsistent performances and there's something wrong with, and you can blame whoever you want. There's just something wrong with that club right now. So it's just a bit boring.
I'd
rather talk about.
What do you think's wrong? I haven't actually heard your opinion on it. What do you think's wrong?
Before he goes, Bhavs, we can't make that mistake of not penalizing them for being crap, right? Because
what are we gonna say? They're crap, but in different ways.
When you were bad, you got it.
I agree with Bhavs.
When we were bad,
I agree.
So we cannot.
But we weren't bad for like this bad. Like we were never 11th bad. That's the. Yeah, no, I get. I'm not saying we're used to it, but the point is we are at this point. Like we used to think that Chelsea are just mid-table for jokes, but they're actually there now, like for real, consistently 2 years in a row. So I'm not gonna call Chelsea a mid-table club, but right now you are, and it is funny, but it's also boring. Like I've got bigger focuses. Liverpool, City, teams are actually good at football, so I don't want to waste time on low football IQ teams. To you know what I mean?
Wow, what a respectful put down, Jesus.
I hear it, man.
Now you know what it is. I feel like it's just one of them now where Poch needs to get sacked, man. Like I think you know what? I think he just can't get a tune out of these players. It's as simple as that, man. They can't be consistent under him. His excuses after games are a bit pathetic, if I'm being honest with you. You know what I mean? He speaks like Ten Hag after games. It's just, come on, man. Like this side, his substitutions are just a bit odd. You know, they're not having no impact as well. I just think they're just a mess, man. They're just a mess. My club's a mess, and people can shit on my club, but Chelsea, bro, there's no saving them, man. They're not getting anywhere near. Like, I think they're 4 points behind 8th, is it, Matisse?
I don't know.
Wasn't it like something like Everton didn't have their points deduction?
I don't know if you've ever been in this position before. Maybe Hugh will be able to relate when the Thomas Cook sponsor was on the shirt.
Wow.
Don't
let him do that. Don't let him do that.
Probably the back of the shirt behind him right now.
No, do you know why? Because Hugh's pretending like he doesn't get it. So either he gets it or he doesn't. Because Hugh's trying to say he doesn't get it. I don't get you if you don't get this. Because when you're losing 8-1 to Middlesbrough at the Riverside, you must have got this, no? You understand? You better be understanding.
I get it.
Okay.
Maybe I might try the cooking.
So you can relate to me, oil brother. So don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Because it's this decade. You know what I'm saying?
Alan Ball days.
You know what I mean? It's not so long ago.
Yeah, but you're not oil brothers anymore. Yeah, it's no more oil. It's Todd Bowling, isn't it?
He's trying to run from me. But he's trying to run from me. But it's like running from your past. Do you know what I mean? You can't just do that. You can't just do that. It's just wrong.
I've decided that we're not oil. We're Dublin brothers, not oil brothers.
Okay.
Yeah. He's denounced you as brothers now.
Yeah.
Their blood DNA test came out as not brothers.
No, we're half brothers. Like the same father.
Okay.
When we go to the Emirates, we're gonna be full brothers again, isn't it? Because you're gonna need something from us, nah?
Oh hell yeah!
Because we took points off you twice this season, so you want us to do something for you,
Josie.
Chelsea helping people. What? Tell me another joke, man.
Oh god,
bro! I was singing their song, bro. When they got that draw at Etihad, I was singing that song, bro. Chelsea, 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 Chelsea. You know what I mean?
Well, the lyrics are very hard to remember for that. Like, you know what I mean? So
just to go across the panel,
bro.
right?
I revised.
Just to go across the panel, right? SAEED said Poch should be sacked. GRIZZ, should Poch be sacked?
Yeah.
Poch's gone. Poch's gone.
He should be sacked.
Poch's
Yeah,
gone.
You'd sack
Yeah,
him.
he will be. He will be. He won't. You'll have a new manager. Man United will have a new manager start of season. 100% guaranteed, certified.
Tobs,
Can't do it now. You just can't do it now.
Yeah, bro.
What'd you do now? You can't do it now. There's no point doing it now.
Curtains on the wall.
Yeah.
The curtains on the wall, man.
He's stinking. He can't. The football's not good. The football's not good. The fans can't really see what he's trying to do. There's not really a consistent style that's been implemented. Chelsea aren't winning games. Not many players are being put in their best possible positions, etc. I want him to go. To be honest, it's enough now. He's stunk. He needs to get sacked.
Why do you want him to go? Don't you want him to stay in that case?
Either way, they're mudded, man. Because they're mudded. Poch or no Poch, they're mudded, man. Because obviously, I think Poch has done a shit job, but some Chelsea fans will have you thinking that without Pochettino, they'd be flying high and in fourth spot and third spot and be doing X, Y, Z. They stink, man. They stink. They got talent. Of course, they got an abundance of talent in that team, but it's surrounded by a sea of mid and crap. It really is.
Hugh, would you sack him?
Look, I like to laugh. I like to laugh and say he's done a crap job because what was in his control, I don't think he's done well enough, like managing and in the little intricate things like substitutes within games and his approach to games. But I do believe not all of the failures are down to Pochettino. I do, like I said at the very beginning of the season, before it did fully go tits up for this season, that Chelsea is right now a poison chalice. And anyone who goes there is going to experience a degree of pain and suffering to some extent. So I don't believe it's entirely his fault. But yeah, look, I think the race is run, as they say.
Good. That's a good way to phrase it. It's true. I think the race is run, man. I think Chelsea may not be in the same position as some are looking for managers. I think the bare minimum Poch should be doing is having us next to United. If you look at how poor United have been this season, and the fact that we're not near them, I think is poor. I really do, especially with no European football.
Maybe
no, I'm talking about. Okay. I listen. For me, if United have Champions League and they're that poor this season, if we're not near them, I think that's just not good enough. I really do. I think that's a very good mark to kind of look to and say, right, where are you in comparison to Man United? It's not me trying to just send shots for United for no reason, but United fans will agree. Everybody here, they've been poor, but they're getting some results. And you got to find a way in football. Because I said it on my channel. You can make it.
You just can't beat the Brentfords and that. You can't beat the Brentfords. We can beat the Lutons and whatnot.
Yeah, we haven't beaten Brentford 4 games in a row. But
what did I tell you, man? I said to you, Leticia.
You said we'd win.
Get a hold of West. No, but did I not tell this guy for a year? That's what I'm saying. Get a grip. You tell me to get a grip of Manchester. Yeah, you can't even get a grip of West London.
Yeah, but bro, I'm talking about trophies, bro. Trebles are on your head top, bro. Trebles.
But no, but forget that for a second.
3 points.
Full on ahead of you. And you haven't beat Brentford in how long? Get a grip of West London.
3 trophies.
Get a grip of West London. Arsenal are about to win the league title. They're in the Champions League. Forget that London. Okay. Get a grip of West London, yeah. Okay. Please.
So you lost 7-0. So you lost 7-0 last season. You lost 7-0 to Liverpool. 7.
Look at him deflecting.
No, it's not deflection. No, but because you want to go back and forth. You lost 7-0 to Liverpool last season. You've been losing to Manchester City 3-0 at Old Trafford. You're losing the 3 points. You're losing the 3 points.
Accountability. Yeah, but accountability. I know, but what I'm trying to say to you, my friend, is take that West London and get a grip of it, because Fulham ahead of you for second season in a row. Fulham, embarrassing. Imagine the clubs around here. Like,
I don't need to imagine. You're behind City again. I don't need to imagine.
Imagine Oldham Athletic and them, man. Ahead of us, bro.
You've been behind Manchester City for 10 years.
Salford and them, man.
Slow down, man.
FC United Manchester.
SAEED, when was the last time you finished above Manchester City? When was the last season you finished above Manchester City?
A long time.
No. Give me the
Fergie's last year,
I
man.
want the
Fergie's last year.
exact-
Long time.
I want the exact year. I want the
But
exact
how
year.
embarrassing is it? Fulham finished 2 seasons above you.
Matisse,
How embarrassing
Fergie's
is that?
last season.
Which is more
Fergie's last
embarrassing.
season.
A club
10
that
years.
spends a lot of money.
10
A
years.
club that spends a lot of money, and Man City, the powerhouse it is, right? And
Yeah.
what they have, Pep
You've spent more
Guardiola.
than
It's
City.
a club. Hold
You've
on
spent
a
more
minute.
than
It's the
City.
club. Hold on a minute.
Your
Versus
net
a
spend
club
is $1
like
billion.
Fulham.
There's
Fulham. How much have
750
Fulham
million.
spent? How much have Fulham spent? Can anyone find out how much Fulham have spent in the equivalent of the last 2 or 3 seasons?
Calling
Maybe
it the
last
Mud
10
Brother
years.
Derby.
But I'm just saying, though.
So SAEED, but
Compare
SAEED,
that.
there's
It's
levels.
embarrassing.
SAEED, there's levels.
It's embarrassing.
SAEED, we're losing points, right? We're losing positions in the table, but we're not losing trophies. You're losing both. Do you understand the difference?
11th,
Yes.
and you haven't got a whole rest of it. You are embarrassing, man. Embarrassing.
Agreed.
You know
So
how
are you.
embarrassing that is?
So are you.
No
You're
Champions League
embarrassing as
football.
well.
No nothing.
You're embarrassing. You're embarrassing. So you're embarrassing
Yo,
too.
can we get past the mid-table debates and battles, bro? Can we talk about the top half again?
Just saying, man. Just
We've already
saying.
talked about the top half. We spoke about top half. You know what I mean? This is
They have these mid-offs. They have
This
these
show
mid-off
has to- we
Bhavs.
have-
This is part.
But
They have to have
Bhavs,
this.
we have to cater to everyone. When you were 8th, we
Yo,
catered to you.
one
Do you know
thing-
what I mean?
one
So
thing's
let's
for
not do
sure.
that.
Well,
When
we're
you were
not
8th,
eighth anymore,
we
though, are
spoke about you on
we?
the show.
You replaced us down there. You took it
When you
worse.
were 8th, we spoke about you on the show.
Do you know what I mean?
2
But you
years
didn't
running,
ask me about Poch in or Poch out. What was that about? I was going to
Because
say,
you said
look,
you don't want to talk. You said you don't
no,
want to talk.
because Pochettino, you know, Man City are one of the greatest teams we recently ever seen, and they couldn't beat this Chelsea side. So Poch stays, surely.
Okay, you're a troll.
You know what's mad, yeah? You know what's mad in all of that, yeah? United got beat by Fulham a couple of days ago.
Man, like Iwobi scored as well.
And you got battered.
Yeah, Chris, when we say football's a humbler, man, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Let's move on. Let's move on.
That is outrageous.
Very mad.
Oh dear.
Yo, it's entertainment, man. Big Six is all about entertainment, man. We're just giving you guys a fun show, man.
You definitely.
You know what I'm
forgot,
saying?
though, innit? You forgot. You definitely.
I actually forgot, man. I forgot.
But I'm gonna start. Hey, Amarim to you, Matisse, every morning now.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh,
Hey,
is that what's
Emery.
happening? Yeah, is that
What
what's
was
happening?
what was your FIFA manager name again?
Don't do this to me, please.
Come on, what was your FIFA manager name?
Why are you asking me
Hoffa?
questions? No, it was,
Hoffa.
it was Maurizio Pochettino, bro. That's what it was. You know what I mean? Just switch the front three.
Nah.
Maurizio.
Is that the guy by Chelsea right now as well?
He's
No,
so
I got sacked in January. I'm at Strasbourg.
You're actually a genius. You're
well
actually
you
a
found your
genius.
level.
So if I got sacked,
Where are
he's
you in the
getting
league
sacked,
now?
you know
Where are
what I
you
mean?
in the league? I forgot. Where were you in the league now?
I'm top of the league in League On. I'm doing well for myself at Strasbourg.
Wow.
Doing
Fair
good stuff.
play.
Yeah, I'm doing well for
You need to
myself.
go- you need to go to Legendary, though. You need to go to Legendary, though, man. Come on,
I
man.
I've
heard
seen
you're
you at
playing on
Legendary. It's not a
semi-pro
pretty sight. I think I'll stay where I am.
You're playing on semi-pro, brother.
Sorry, when we were when we were at the flat in London, did I not beat you? You.
It's getting smoky.
Or quite embarrassingly as well. Quite embarrassingly
Yeah.
as well.
Did I not beat you 6-2? I swear I turned
Yeah,
the
it
game
was
around the
very
second half.
embarrassing.
What are you talking about?
6-2, no.
What
was
happened
very
was he got too
embarrassing.
excited because he was losing. He was winning 2-0, wasn't he? He was winning 2-0.
You wait, he bought 2 to 6-2. That's
And
crazy.
Matisse came back 6-2. That's crazy, man.
No, but he done
I- I-
2-0 and he
I-
said it.
I was ill. I was ill that day.
He was winning 2-0 and he celebrated like Arsenal. You know what I mean? And that was it. That was the turning point.
Was he doing fist bumps to the crowd as well?
Yeah, he was
Young
doing
block.
it was like fist bumps and all this business without doing anything. I
went-
was like, what
Hey.
you done? Why you
I did the
celebrating so
Bellingham
much?
celebration. I did the Bellingham celebration after half an hour of playing. I was 2-0 up, and he came back. He did an overhead kick on me and all. It was. Oh.
It was wild, bro.
Jeez.
I wish you're lucky that wasn't
Nah.
live. I can't.
FIFA's a humbler, man.
Oh, right. Let's end this with Spurs 3, Palace 1. Tobs, you said very sharply and shortly in the preview that you need to win this game. It's a must, and there's very little excuse about it. And you got the job done, brother. Talk to us. How's the game?
Yeah, good end. Probably mid first half. Not great first half. Meaty second half, and then a really, really good like last 20 minutes of the game. Deserved to win that game. Thoroughly deserved to win it. Really good free kick from Eze. But good comeback from Spurs. Shout out Brennan Johnson. He came off the bench and he actually helped change the game for Spurs. Really, really did. Made a big impact in that game. So he deserves his flowers because we're quick to criticize him when he's thinking out the joint.
You're
So
quick to criticize him.
Yeah, I know. It's not just me. It's a lot of people.
And I do the most.
But not really. I don't think he's a bad player. I just don't think we should have signed him.
Guys, we all watched the show. We were with him, right? 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, because he's mid. I don't think
he was getting mad.
He's not a bad player, but I don't think he's good enough. However, he made an impact in this game, and props to him. Like, I feel like that's probably his role. I think maybe that's probably the role that Spurs had in mind for him. But obviously, we had injuries, etc., etc. But in this team, he's not really good enough to be a starter. But what can you do for us off the bench? He did that, so props to him. Big up to him. I really want to say big up to Timo Werner for getting his first goal, but I just can't, man. I can't bring myself to do it. The guy's just nasty, man. He's just a very, very nasty player. But second half, he did his thing for us. Very dangerous. Got his tap in after missing an absolute sitter in the first half. And big up to Son as well. Son was really sharp in the game, and he finished well, man. But the boy, Maddison, turned up. Really good game from him. Van der Ven, really good game from him. Romero, good game from him as well. So still a lot of players that are still searching for form. Basuma was better, but still not where we need it to be. Still not where we need it to be. So yeah, there's a couple more players. Benton Core, still not where we need it to be. So there's still a couple of players where we still need them to play better for us to play better as a side. So hopefully it comes.
I think I'm all for praising Spurs mentality, and you have to praise Spurs not being Spursy. Like in seasons gone by, not even seasons gone by. You would have drawn that or lost that. I absolutely get, and you've won from losing positions a few times, especially at home, right? Where you've come back strong and won the game in the end. But the Anderson error that led to was it the second goal? Like
first goal.
Yeah, got you back in the game, man. Like I thought Palace were doing a job on you before that, man. It was, and Palace aren't great at all. Like, we know what Palace are. Palace are not great at all. I thought it was more of the luckier performance from Spurs. Win, sorry. But you have to praise the mentality shift. The mentality change has been very different. And so if you're not playing well and you're not always going to play fast-flowing football, Kulusevski, Son, all of these guys, Werner, you've got to grind out results. You've got to make the most of it. And that kind of Spurs we haven't seen much in recent years. We're slowly seeing that. The football will come, as you said. A few players are out of form. But I thought it was one of those grubby wins as opposed to some of the other games where you peppered teams and you deserve to come back. I don't know if you agree.
I get why you say Palace were doing a job on Spurs in terms of frustrating us and playing. I think they switched between like a mid block and a low block, but they had nothing in that game, man. I'll be real. Like, there was only one team that was going to win that game of football, and I think for us it was just a matter of time and being opportunistic as well. Because even though we got the luck and I wouldn't even say it was luck. It was good hustle from Brennan Johnson. We pressed them into errors, forced them to turn over the ball, and we scored. But Brennan Johnson before that
missed done a forward roll, man. Man slipped, done a forward roll, everything, man.
But I'm not just talking about that passage of play. Even in the lead up to him getting the ball, Emerson has pressed their left back, who's then lost the ball, and the ball's gone to Anderson. Brennan Johnson's pressed Anderson. He's won the ball back off Anderson and he's played it to Werner. Before that, Brennan Johnson misses an open goal. Before that, Son hits the post. In the first half, Werner is clean through the whole freedom of the pitch to score. So I don't think it was a lucky win. I'm not saying we played well, because I don't think we played well. I agree. I don't think we played well. But in terms of winning that game, I always thought we were going to win that game of football because there was only one team that were looking to win the game. So, yeah.
Do you think you can build on this like next season? Because obviously this season you're not going to win, but what's your target next season? Like next season
is to bridge the gap on the teams above us and try and win a trophy, try and break the drought, man. That's what we want. That's what we want, man. We've not won a trophy since 2008. We've been in how many finals since then? Multiple League Cup finals, Champions League final, multiple FA Cup semi-finals. We've not won anything, so we want to try and break that spell. But most importantly, we want to actually improve as a football team, man. You can clearly see the areas that need improvement. We need better backup fullbacks. We need another number 6 to compete with Basuma. We need at least 2 new attackers into this team, Like, we need players, bro. We need a squad, right? Bhavs was talking earlier on about Arsenal having the injuries, etc., etc. Like, they've lost players that would have hurt them in recent years gone by, but it's not hurt them as much this season. Okay, granted, they've not lost the spine in Gabriel, Saliba, and Declan Rice, but Declan Rice was a new player. He was a new player, and they lost Zinchenko, they lost Jesus, etc., etc. Liverpool have lost lots of players this season, and they've made it work. Man City, they lose players. Usually, Kevin De Bruyne is out for months on end, and they find a way to make it work because they have players that can step in and fill the void. And I think that's where we fall short, and that's always been my opinion. Even when we were flying high, never bought into this title nonsense because we don't have the squad for it. So that's what I think we need to do next season. Build a squad that Ange can actually use to maybe challenge for something. Try and win a trophy. Try and win a trophy next season. That's my aim.
Bhavs, I want to get your opinion on it because obviously you can see Ange is cooking up something potentially over there. Maybe it reminds you of Arteta, I don't know, with the style of football. But do you see this guy breaking the trophy drought? Do you worry about him? Say if he was to get backed and they were actually to move serious in the window, do you think he could potentially cause you some problems in the future coming years?
I think so. I think they're a good team. I think they're a good manager as well. But the issue is the backing. I don't know if they will get that level of backing. You know, if things can change at Arsenal, they saw that coming until we started spending money as well. So it depends on how the ownership works and if they see the potential in Ange. You know, it depends when it comes to winning in football. The owners have to see how do they see football? Is it a profit thing or is it they actually want to be successful and make a legacy and stuff? And you see it with Abramovich over the years at Chelsea, where he had the money. Yeah, you can earn money outside of football better, but in football, I'm here to win. And I think with Spurs, the question is always going to be how much do they back him? Can Spurs go and sign a Rice for £100 million? I'm not quite sure. But of course, the whole point of moving to the new stadium was to allow stuff like that to happen. So it'll take time. You know, it took time for us at the Emirates to get to that stage in the first place. But I don't think the concern for me, if I was a Spurs fan, which thankfully I'm not, would be the manager or the team. It'd be the ownership and how much can they back me to take to the next level.
London Manager of the Year, you know.
Yeah, that was a joke. That was
ridiculous.
That was crazy.
Over Arteta.
He's been here for like 5-6 months. It's crazy.
That's kind of crazy. I didn't know he won.
What do they judge it on? What do they judge it on? Because
I think it's just
a year. He's not been there for a year.
You know what? I think it's journalists. I think it's journalists. I'm pretty sure. Maybe Mikel just isn't a good terms with journalists.
Well, he's obviously much more. Yeah, the journalists love him, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah, it's journalists. Maybe if Mikel said mate a few more times, he might.
But I might.
I see what Ange is doing, man. I'm a big fan of
Ange. I just think sometimes it's like tokenism for me, right? Like they're doing these things for the sake of doing it because they like his demeanor and stuff. But the minute shit goes south, it'll be the same people that will tear him down.
They'll shit on him. Yeah.
I think this guy
Emery.
I think this guy will end your
London Manager of the Year.
What?
London Manager of the Year and Emery.
Broski, you see where he's taking them from to where they are now?
Let him land.
Are you mad?
Let him land because he's cooking. Let him land.
No, to be fair to SAEED now, Villa are a big
No.
They're a big club in London.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Yeah.
Sorry, Charles, what did you, bro?
No, bro, it's 12:41. I'm blaming. Yo, Matisse, this show's meant to end. I'm out. Yo, it's too late, man. It's too late. Shit.
You lot don't learn, innit? I always let him finish. I always let him speak. Always let him land.
You gotta let him land.
I was trying to save you, bro.
I didn't land. I didn't land. And by the way, I was talking about the Manager of the Year. You know what I'm saying? Yo, yeah, it's too late, man. It's too late, man. It's too late, man.
Just because of that, yeah, and I don't want to lose the timestamp. I'm gonna end up this show quickly for you, yeah? Because you're finished.
No. Bro, I thought I was cooking. Now I was like, yo, I'm getting somewhere.
Last super chat just before we end because it's quite a strong one. We're not going to get through all the super chats, as you guys obviously know. That's how it always is. But yeah, this one here, I'm going to leave it on this note. He says, this team is genuinely incredible. Frauds above us better be on job because this Arsenal team doesn't make the same mistakes twice. Shout out to Declan Beckham. Love the show. At work with you lot in my ear. I have to leave it on that note. I have to. I don't want to say too much. I just want to leave it there. What a super chat.
Prediction league.
Oh, yeah.
Oi, chat to me. Toby.
Man.
Has that been updated?
Told
No,
me.
I had a
Turkish
correct
is not
score.
in.
I had a correct score.
It hasn't been updated,
I
man.
did as
You
well.
catch up to me, Saeed, or something.
Is this
Right?
updated?
No.
Nah.
No.
The old
No.
one.
That's not.
I was on 11. Turkish, man, you got one job, man.
We'll get it in the preview.
He's actually
show,
got
man. We'll
4.
Yeah, he does. Actually has quite a few jobs, to be fair. Multiple. Listen, we'll leave it there. We'll get that updated for the preview. That's out of my hosting capabilities and facilities, so I don't have that done. Listen, it's been a great show. SAEED is very tired, so we're gonna wrap it up there. Love and guidance.
Very tired.
Make sure you smash up the likes. Make sure you subscribe to the channel.
Aston Villa is in Birmingham, specifically in Aston.
That is correct, Saeed.
Specifically, yeah. So I do know
that is
where
correct.
Aston Villa is. Yeah.
Oh
so
God,
there's a little slight error there. I blame that on the time. It's been
it's
a
a
long day.
malfunction.
I woke up at
Yeah.
7 a.m. Yeah.
Malfunction.
We
Exactly.
have these moments, man.
It happens.
Everyone will
It
go
happens.
through them.
100%.
Yeah.
Guys, make sure you subscribe to Big Six channel. Make sure you subscribe to Hugh. Make sure you subscribe to SAEED. Make sure you subscribe to Bhavs, special guest. Tobs in the building, link in description. GRIZZ as well. Make sure you subscribe, guys. Until next time, what a show. In a bit, people. Peace.